Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
We are back here in the break room. Dom and my man Rob Hill. What's going on, Rob? Welcome back to the break room. How you doing?
What's going on, brother? Thank you for not confusing me with the great Rip Camelucci. You know, that happens a lot here at UA. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, Dom. I'm honored to be even in the same sentence as Rip Camelucci, but thank you for not confusing me as him, because my last 2 hosts that I've worked with have actually done that. So thank you.
Well, now you jinxed me. I'm definitely going to call you Rip at least once now during the show, because now I'm feeling cocky, but thank you. I appreciate
As long as we're ripping boxes open while you're doing it, I do not have a problem with that. But my first show that I'm on today, I'll be obviously with Common later on tonight for the primetime show. We're locked and loaded with a lot of boxes. Obviously, we have our specialty Veterans Day series, which I could see, Dom, you've been putting some serious work in with those series, and you customers at home as well. So very happy to be here, and happy Veterans Day to all the lovely men and women who have served and protected our country. So well
said. Thank you to all the veterans out there. We have the Veterans Day series in the room. You guys see it on our monitors right back. We have ourselves 4 Speed Flexes still available in that series. The only Speed Flex that we pulled, Kurt Warner. But we are down to our last 12 boxes and 9 headliners in that Veterans Day series. Now we'll do a dice roll. We know what our chase is going to be. It's going to be that Veterans Day series. It is Veterans Day. But let me show off what we have left in that series. Jonathan Taylor, Speed Flex, arguably the best player in the NFL this season. Travis Hunter, tough news on him. He's going to be out for the remainder of the season. Still a great, great, bright future for Travis Hunter. You get in that double. You could double up Jonathan Taylor and Travis Hunter with 1 spot. We have the Bake Show. Baker Mayfield on a salute to service. Speed Flex on the new salute to service. So is that Jonathan Taylor. Randy Moss, authentic. Terry Bradshaw, authentic. That AFC North, not only to Terry Bradshaw, but we still have 2 flexes still available. Jamar Chase and Myles Garrett, 2 of the best players in the NFL. 1 spot in a double and a quad. AFC North, you get them both, 1 spot. And then we have Bo Nix, authentic, along with Nico Collins. Another pair-up opportunity at AFC South with Jonathan Taylor and Travis Hunter. So that Veterans Day series, guys, there's 12 boxes left, 9 headliners, 4 Speed Flexes. This break should be out of the room by the time your 6 p.m. show starts.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's get it going.
So the Veterans Day series, it is the Chase Wheel Spin for the 3 p.m. show, guys. 12 boxes, 9 headliners, 4 Speed Flexes. There we go. What's up, boys, and all my vets out there? Robbie. I said it earlier, but Robbie just tuned in right now, especially to you, Robbie. Thank you for your service. For all the veterans out there.
My man, Mr. Lopez, what's going on, Robbie? Welcome in, brother. Salute to you, my friend.
Absolutely.
From Dom and I.
Our man, Robbie. I saw Robbie in the chat yesterday. Had the 250 birthday for the Marine Corps. So happy birthday to Marines. And I saw Robbie's picture for he was in the corpse, looking good, Robbie.
He's looking sharp, man. Yeah, I mean, it looked like he it looks like he hasn't aged since then. In all honesty,
No, I got it.
That was what I was most impressed with.
Hey, breaking, it takes some years off of you, right? To make you feel younger. There you go.
Not watching Monday Night Football certainly not going to make you feel any younger.
Oh, come on! You said you weren't going to say anything during the show.
I know. I lasted 7 minutes. I apologize. I did the best I could. I didn't name drop anything though.
It's not Robbie's birthday. It's Veterans Day. The Marine Corps' birthday yesterday. Robbie's birthday, I know this for a fact. September 21st. Ask me, why do I know that? My birthday's 2 days later.
2 days later.
September 23rd. So,
yeah.
There you go.
So that's how you know that. The 21st night of September.
Let's do a little housekeeping. Let's roll some dice, see what our dice roll is going to be for the randomizer, determine our division orders for our breaks. We know what the Chase Wilson's going to be. It's going to be that Veterans Day series, guys. And that is going to be out of the room as fast as it was in the room. This is a brand new series that we made active after the show last night, obviously Veterans Day. And we have 12 boxes left. Robbie's other birthday, good point, Ryan, good point, was yesterday. All right, so let's roll some dice.
Let's get it going.
We need 6 or higher. You got any guesses?
Whew, what was it for the last show, my friend?
7.
7? Okay, let's bump that up to an 11.
11, all right. And I want points, Robbie, for knowing your birthday, by the way. All right, I'm going to go 9.
You can get you some UA credit.
That's right. And, well, that's not going to do it. Oh, yeah, no, that's good. 6. All right. Well, we're just not right. So 6 it is for the dice roll. All righty. Let's add that to the screen. Veterans Day is the chase, and I'll bring that up one more time. Just see where we're at on these series. 7 to go on the quad, 8 to go on the double. I know that single is moving. 5 to go on that single, only 101 a spot. 12 boxes left, 9 headliners, 4 speed flexes. Jonathan Taylor on the new salute to service. He's having a monster 2025. You get him in the break room for only 101. You want to take your chance in a double or a quad? Well, that AFC South, not only Jonathan Taylor, but Travis Hunter and secondary headliner Nico Collins still available. But the single is 5 spots to go. 101 a spot, 12 boxes. 9 headliners. Every single box is a authentic helmet, either a salute to service or a camouflage lid. Let's get it done. And I'm with Robbie. Those new salute to service are sick. The Jonathan Taylor, what a season he's having. And then the Bake Show, Baker Mayfield, still out there in the Veterans Day Authentic Series. Authentics are better in every single box. 12 boxes, 9 headliners. Let's get out of the room. I'll show off what else we have here in the break room once this loads up. There you go. What's up, Charles? How you doing?
Nelly Belly. What's going on? See, there you go. There's the rip comment right on cue, man. It was only a matter of time, not a matter of if, only of when.
To be fair, I had the randomizer up, so he probably didn't see. I got your back.
The ghost of Rip lives on.
Hall of Fame, Authentic Series. Every single box in this series, Rob, is an authentic or better and a Hall of Famer.
Even better.
No scrubs in this series. A Hall of Fame, we have 12 boxes left. 14 boxes left. 6 headliners. 14 boxes left. 6 headliners. Emmitt Smith, speed flex, the all-time leading rusher. Antonio Gates, one of the best tight ends of all time, the Hall of Famer with the Hall of Fame 25 inscription on that beautiful Chargers standard. The greatest wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. One of the greatest athletes of all time, Jim Brown on the Browns speed flex, the greatest Cleveland Brown of all time. And Warren Moon on that awesome Hall of Fame Rave speed flex. That's going to be an AFC South hit, which pairs with our secondary headliner, Dwight Freeney, the Hall of Fame pass rusher for the Indianapolis Colts. Hall of Fame Authentic Series, guys, 14 boxes, 6 headliners, and 4 speed flexes.
It's okay, Charles. No worry about that, Dom. Sorry about the Packers. I'll let you address that one, buddy. Said I'm sorry, Rob. It's okay, Charles. I'm just messing
It's all right, Charles. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Practice squad, great price point. Only $51 a spot in the single, $182 a spot in the double. For example, you want to get in that double and take home the Chris Carter Speed Flex and the Adrian Peterson mini helmet for only $102. You can grab 2 items with only 1 spot. We also have an Eddie George Speed Flex, a Steve Smith Sr. Speed Flex, and then we have a Sean Alexander Authentic still out there in the break room. That is the practice squad. The jerseys, we have 3 boxes left. Dak Prescott, Jim Kelly, and Patrick Peterson still out there. Only $29 a spot in the custom jerseys. Dak Prescott, Jim Kelly, and Patrick Peterson. Super Bowl winner. This series still loaded. Brett Favre, Rave Speedflex. Dwight Freeney, Ray Lewis Mini. Terrell Davis Speedflex. Rob Gronkowski Speedflex. Troy Aikman custom jersey. And then we have the Troy Polamalu on the beautiful Rave Authentic. Secondary headliners, Derek Brooks, Hines Ward, Rashee Rice, Marshall Faulk, and Tony Dorsett. Still out there in the Super Bowl winner series. Every single box in this series is going to be a Super Bowl winner. So grab your spot. That Troy Polamalu was beautiful. Not only the Brett Favre, but that Troy, awesome. The Diamonds, Authentics in every single box. We are down to our last 6 boxes. We have one secondary headliner, Javonte Williams, the running back for the Dallas Cowboys. 6 boxes, one secondary headliner. But you guys know the drill in the Diamonds. Even if it's a hit from the and more section, still going to be a great name, potential Hall of Famer, an All-Pro, maybe a Pro Bowler, maybe a 2025 first-round pick from your favorite team. We'll see. But the Diamonds, Javonte Williams, the lone secondary headliner, still out there in the Diamond Series. So what do you guys want to do to start the show? Our closest break is... There we go. I know we got a spot taken in that single Veterans Day. I like that.
Yes, sir.
4 spots to go in that. We are 3 spots to go in the jersey. 4 spots to go in that practice squad. I'm going to drop some links in the chat. There you go. 5 spots to go in the Hall of Fame. All right. We're chipping away. So I'm going to drop some links, make it nice and easy for you guys. If anyone has any questions about the break room, please feel free to ask. That's what we are here for. If you're looking for your favorite team, favorite player, please let us know.
Yeah, we definitely, Dom and I are definitely not shy to answer any of your questions, guys. We have actually been getting a ton, and I mean a ton, of new customers stopping into Ultimate Autographs. And not only stopping in, Dom, they're staying for more than just a cup of coffee. They are here to stay. We have an excellent customer service staff, obviously. We try to guide you as well as we can. Just think of Dom and I as roadmaps to get you to where you want to get to. And obviously, Dom, I'm super excited for both of our mixers that we have. The Super Bowl mixer and then the Veterans Day that we got going on available. Again, I like any time that we have a specialty series such as the Veterans Day. That's the one thing, Dom, that I think separates us from, again, not throwing any shade, I'm just being transparent. Any other break rooms out there, we have specialty series that are circulated around holidays such as Veterans Day or the big ones coming up as well, such as Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas is right around the corner. So you got to capitalize on that when you can.
And is anyone else having issues with our stream? I see Charles saying that we went off air for a little bit and our feed keeps stopping. If anyone else is having issues, please let us know. But it looks like we're all good on our. I'm seeing 3 for 3 on our end for the connection. Got 9 people on Twitch, 4 people on Facebook, 7 people on YouTube watching. But let us know how our stream is looking. But looks like we're going to start the show off with a single on the Veterans Day, a jersey. That practice squad, 4 spots to go, double box break, 102 a spot. And we still have 3 speed flexes in that break, along with a double up that we at least know about. There's 13 boxes left in that practice squad. Who knows? We might have an and more hit in that NFC South that pairs with the Steve Smith. We might have an and more hit in the AFC South that pairs with the Eddie George. Either way, you win a Speed Flex helmet for 102, a spot in a break. Not just a Speed Flex helmet, but a Steve Smith, one of the greatest Carolina Panthers, if not the greatest Carolina Panther of all time. Yeah, are we going to see the turkey? What? What's the turkey?
Oh, the turkey?
Yeah, what's that?
What do you mean?
Charles says, yeah, are we going to see the turkey again?
Oh, dear God. Okay, so quick backstory on that. I was going to say, I was like, wait, what? I was like, we got a specialty turkey promotion going on? Well, technically we did. You might see him pop up Tom the Turkey. I made a very special appearance last week, also known as Robbie Lopez. I was hosting last Friday, and the little turkey costume under there, Robbie was like, hey, you know what? This is a good idea for Tom to make an appearance. And the entire show, he was Tom the Turkey. Even up on the ticker and everything, it changed to Tom the Turkey. It was a fun time. So during this particular show, Charles, I think Tom's getting some rest.
Yeah, I think you'll have to ask Robbie about that. If it was Robbie's show, you're better off asking Robbie if you're going to see the turkey again. I want to see some Veterans Day break. I don't care about no turkey. Thanksgiving is what? Weeks away? I don't care about that.
Got to live in the present.
I care about Veterans Day, which is today. Veterans Day series on our monitors right there. Rob, let's do a little weatherman style. Look at the monitors. ESPN. I wish we had like a touchscreen where we could do like the John Madden style. But what do you think?
Breaking down everything.
First NFL draft style. You got the first pick in this Veterans Day series. Only a box that's available. What are you picking?
Whew. Got putting a lot of pressure on me here, man. First
It's
overall
gotta be available.
pick. So from what we have available going on in this series, man, I'm going to have to go with, wow, there's a lot of greats too, but I'm just going to give some love to my guy in JT. That custom speed flex there for Jonathan Taylor. What did he do over the weekend? Just happened to change time zones, change countries, change continents, and still continued his dominance overseas. He had that walk-off touchdown, a part of, again, another multi-touchdown performance for JT. Over 150 yards from scrimmage once again. But then the helmet itself, Dom, is absolutely beautiful. For the love of the shoe, you got to get an opportunity. This is a very limited Jonathan Taylor speed flex that we have. We get JT quite often here, but the visor as a part of this speed flex is one I have not seen on a Colts sled. That's almost like getting like almost like aqua, like an aqua teal reflection from that Jonathan Taylor. So not only just the player, but the design of the helmet too is really one of one. So what about you?
Since I want to be different, that's a great pick. Hard to argue with that pick, especially the year that he's having an absolutely monster 2025. Aaron Rodgers said last week before the 3-touchdown performance, after the game, he went up to him and goes, "Bro, you're the MVP." Well, after the performance he had against Atlanta, and I know the running backs, they don't win the MVP. I know that's the thing going around. Plus 600 on FanDuel right now, has a big game against Kansas City. Maybe does it against when where everyone's watching. We'll see.
He is the heavy favorite last time I checked for Offensive Player of the Year at -350. And I had a very lengthy conversation with Chinmay about that over the weekend, about how you feel about the Offensive Player of the Year award was just created to basically give a pat on the back award for somebody that was a non-quarterback, which I think is totally unfair. I think if you have a team with the level of success like Taylor's provided for the Colts, relative to expectations, I don't think there's been a quarterback in the sport this year that has been more important to their team than Jonathan Taylor has been out of the backfield for the Colts.
Well said.
Yeah,
well said.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see where this all goes, but what about you? Which helmet stands out to you in particular in this series?
I'm going to steal a little bit of your thunder and go with a new still to service, but the different one, the Baker Mayfield. For the quarterbacks, we all love the quarterbacks, right, guys? The big show. Tough one on Sunday. I guess the Patriots are just on fire right now. Good news for Baker Mayfield. The Panthers and the Falcons lost, so they didn't lose any ground in that first place. So you'll see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers represent the NFC South in the postseason. He's having an awesome year. Chris Godwin's out. Mike Evans is out. Ibuka was injured. He's back again, doing good things.
Emeka Ibuka things, yeah.
Tez Johnson, who was, a 7th-round pick or what in the draft?
A 6th-round pick, I believe.
6th-round pick. Baker Mayfield has him thinking he's getting an MVP chance in the stadium. He's having an awesome, awesome year. I'm going to go with the Baker, which could be the very next box. We have 12 boxes left, 9 headliners, 4 speed flexes, too. Jonathan Taylor, Baker Mayfield, Jamar Chase, and Myles Garrett, by the way, guys. The AFC North. You get 2 of the best players in the NFL. I think that's fair to say. Jamar Chase and Myles Garrett, 2 top 10 players in the NFL. Arguably the best wide receiver in the league and arguably the best pass rusher in the league. And you get them both with 1 spot in that double for only $202. 2 flexes for only $202. Now you go on Riddell.com and you type in, just a regular plain old speed flex, not signed, not an awesome design like the Salute to Service, $600, $700. Well, you get 2 of them autographed by 2 of the best players in football for just $202. But you got to do that in the double. Single is 4 spots to go. You could take home one of those speed flexes for $101. But if you want to take home 2 at 1 spot, get in that double. That series is going to be hot. It's going to be hot today. Not tonight. Today. I couldn't agree with you anymore. I mean, again, today is quite literally Veterans Day, and that's when this series is going to be going on for. And the level of boxes that we have available, Dom, is quickly dropping. But the ratios, my friend, 75% chance of getting one of those headliners. And on top of that, you mentioned it just a few moments ago,
that if this, look, I fully expect this series to get closed out by the time that Common and I put our faces on screen by 6 o'clock. I really, really expect it to get to that point because, again, we dropped that series this morning. We've already seen 18 boxes go out the door. We are more than on pace to getting the series closed out before the primetime show. So if you are not going to be around tonight, if you have some Tuesday night dinner plans, whatever you might have going on, if you are mourning the Packers loss from last night.
Come on. Come on.
And you need time for yourself, whatever. If the case is that you're not around tonight, please make sure to get your break spots in because this series is not going to last for long. On top of that, Dom, we do get salute to service. We get military camouflage. We get lids like that very, I would say pretty often here. But again, they're a part of a specialty series, and they're also kind of mixed in with some of the Speedflex series that we have as well. So they're not as popular, as you said, if you go on Riddell.com and you see a standard Speedflex or a standard authentic that you would normally see. These are specialty lids, and it is here for a specialty type of day. And another thing, as I'm just going to continue on my never-ending positive reasons why. Well, on top of that, we already had our resident veteran in the chat and Robbie Lopez.
Hell yeah.
Robbie, a much-deserved day off.
Shout out Robbie and all the veterans watching.
Hope you're, and that's another thing is that we have such a great community at Ultimate Autographs of veterans. We have guys like, just off the top of my head, Dennis Rivers, Brian Clay.
Yep.
I know that there's a few guys off the top of my head that unfortunately I can't think of, but those two guys stand out to me immediately. If you know somebody that's a sports fan and is a veteran, active or in the past, you know, reach out to them, let them know about Ultimate Autographs, get them a nice gift for the holiday season coming around the corner. So there's so many different angles that you can cut into when it comes to getting into the series.
I'm gonna give Charles a bit of advice. Charles, please don't ever call me when I'm watching football. One, I'm not gonna answer, and two, just please don't bother me on my day off. Please, thank you. But the Veterans Day Authentic Helmet Series.
That's crazy.
I don't need to be called about the Packers when they're losing, unless you want to hear me swear on air. I don't know if you had to bleep me out if they would have called me last night during the show.
I was thinking about doing a wellness check on you this morning when I checked the score on the way here. Again, much like our guy Stephen Ryan, I had Josh Jacobs in fantasy, so I woke up today. It was the first thing I checked, and I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Packers had a very efficient night on offense, and unfortunately, that was not the case, buddy.
Okay, let me just bring up these scores from this weekend because I'm guessing the way you're talking, I'm guessing the Cardinals. I'm guessing the Cardinals won. Let's see that score in that Cardinals Seahawks game.
No, that's like picking on. Come on.
Oh gosh. Oh, at least hey, you guys only gave up 6 points in the second half.
Pick on someone your own size.
You made some good adjustments in the second half.
Pick on your own size.
Only 6 points in the second half. When
How many points did we finish with? 22, right? So Jacoby Brissett tripled the amount of points that Jordan Love was able to put up on the board. The guy that was supposed to be a supposed MVP candidate.
His mic is muted for the time being.
Let's go.
4 spots to go in the Veterans Day Authentic Series in the single.
Oh, that didn't take long.
Once this loads up. Come on now. There you go. Here it is. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Bo Nix. Bo knows.
How to unmute a mic.
All right, fine.
Woohoo!
You're back.
And we back.
You want to apologize?
We'll see how the rest of the show goes. I'm only going to apologize if we start seeing some breaks. If we start seeing some really good breaks, then I'll apologize.
I'm with you.
That's the deal I'll make with you. And, you know, even if you don't want to get your Veterans Day flavor on, you know, you're going to break it down and go through it here. But the Super Bowl Mixer Series, man, absolutely fantastic as well.
You know, I love this series because as a disappointed Packer fan this week, I like to be brought back of times, you know, the good times, right? Memories. Well, Brett Favre brought me some damn good memories. There he is on that rave speed flex.
This is
true. Bri. No.
Why am I here?
It's more, how can I mute this mic more? But the Super Bowl, Brett Favre, Dwight Freeney, Ray Lewis, Rob Gronkowski, Terrell Davis, Troy Aikman, Troy Polamalu, Derek Brooks, Hines Ward, Rashee Rice, Marshall Faulk, Tony Dorsett, Gronk speed flex, Terrell Davis speed flex, Brett Favre speed flex. I love the Steelers rave helmet. It's an authentic, but that Troy Polamalu, look how that helmet just pops. Damn. Troy P., one of the greatest safeties of all time. Still doing the Head and Shoulders commercials. Dude's an icon. Freaking icon.
Yes, he is.
And not just because of the hair, because he's a freaking awesome, awesome safety. One of the best ever. And that is the Super Bowl. That is a mixer. So you'll see speed flexes, minis, authentics, jerseys. Maybe we'll see some footballs or slab cards in the and more section. That's right, Charles. At least it's not the purple helmet. That beautiful Green Bay Rave. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Jackson Dart going down definitely didn't help. They were moving the football. But Brian Daboll out for the Giants.
Yeah, I mean that's again we had Black Monday come a little bit earlier this year for the Giants, and that's a good point on Dart, but at the same time, it's a calamity of unfortunate things to happen at once for the Giants. I was just trying to find the right way to phrase that. But again, Dart, Scadaboo, and Neighbors, but Dart seemingly every week that he has gotten the starting job, he's in and out of the blue medical tent. Obviously, Scadaboo and Neighbors is well documented. But at the same time, it's like if you're Brian Daboll, of course you're going to get scapegoated. You're playing in the biggest market in America. You have a certain level of expectations, especially with the premier franchise like the Giants have been in recent years. So it's like
the G-Men.
The G-Men. So it's tough. I think that Daboll got scapegoated in a way, but at the same time, I understand if they think that a new voice is prominent that has to step in, but I don't think that he was dealt necessarily a very fair hand. Again, keep in mind, I believe the first year that he had this job,
Coach of the Year.
Yeah, was the Daniel Jones playoff-led year. So I mean, again, it's the guys on the field. It's the guys on the field is what it comes down to at the end of the day. So you can only squeeze so much juice out of the lemonade or out of the lemon there. So
Giants probably win that football game if they make probably 2 more tackles. They missed a lot of tackles, specifically sacks on Caleb Williams. Credit to him. He's got to break out those sacks, but they missed a lot of tackles for the Giants. You know who doesn't miss out on sacks? Myles Garrett, who's still out there in the Veterans Day series. That you can win alongside Jamar Chase or Terry Bradshaw. Now, Rob, we have 12 boxes left, 9 headliners. We have 3 hits in the AFC North that I know about. Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, and Myles Garrett. There's 3 hits in the AFC South that we at least know about. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Nico Collins. So 6 boxes out of 12 are double-up opportunities that we know about, that we can confirm are still out there. Who knows if there's more with the other 6 that are in the series? But there's only one way to find out. Close out the doubles, close out the quads. We know we're going to do a single, just a matter of moments. And I'm with John T. Let's get that Veterans Day quad moving and close it out during this break. Absolutely. 12 boxes left, 9 headliners, 4 speed flexes. We could get this out of the room during this 3 p.m. show. And for the primetime show, Rob and Common have a fresh new series for you guys. And Rob, it's not like I'm asking him to close out a series that is 12 boxes and no headliners. There's 12 boxes and 9 headliners and 4 speed flexes still out there. Authentics or better in every single box. And every helmet is going to be a suit to service or camouflage. There you go. And why disappointed fan want to share a Whataburger? I'll share my fries, Dom. Josh, rough week for us. Rough week for us, my man. Long season, it happens. I'm not casting off the Packers just yet. First of all, we got to beat the Giants next week. Myles Garrett is tied for the lead in sacks with 11. Who else has 11?
Could that be... I can't think of his name in Denver.
Nick Benito?
Nick Benito? I think Benito's got to be up there. Yeah, because I know Denver's pass rush has been pretty nuts this year.
That's a good guess.
Benito might be like a... I'm gonna get the answer over here, but I'm not gonna say it aloud.
Brian Burns, G-Man.
Brian Burns, nice.
There you go.
Oh, Brian.
Tell him to sit out next Sunday against the Packers. Rest up. It's important. Packers offensive line stinks, so I'm gonna need Brian Burns to take a vacation day, maybe. Italy's beautiful this time of year, Brian.
Nick Benito.
Yeah.
Nick Benito, third, 9.5.
But
yeah, Brian Burns with 11. Byron Young, Josh Sweat. Cardinal. Yeah, one of the...
we pulled them last week together, right?
Our biggest...
On the Florida State, I believe. Did we pull them on the...
I was not there for that. I wish I was. I wish I was, though.
I know we pulled Josh Sweat last week.
TFTI. Hey, Rashawn Gary, 7.5 sacks.
There you go. Would have liked if he showed up last night, but Sold out on the jerseys, it looks like. There we go.
I'm getting that together for
We'll have
you.
our first break. No problem. Take your time. I still got to ask for a box number. Thank you guys for closing that out. Let's see. We are 6 to go on the quad, 6 to go on the double for the Veterans Day, and we are still 4 to go on that single. Brian, I don't even know anymore. We lost to Cleveland. We lost to Carolina. I can't even justify the Carolina loss after they lost to the Saints. If they would have beat the Saints, at least going to be like, well, they're 6-4. I'm at the point now where I don't care. My friends are like, I want them to score 30 against New York. If we win 10-7, I'll be happy. If we win 3-0, I'll be happy. Let's just get a W first.
A win's a win, man.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy on Sunday. I'll tell you that much. All right.
Who do you think finishes first in the NFC North?
Lions.
Lions, yeah.
So drop me a box number for the jersey single. It has to be after my message. So if that's anyone in the break with box 30 calling out, please do that again. Box calls have to be after my message in the chat.
Shout out to, real quick there, Dom Christie. What's going on, Christie?
What's up, Christie?
Welcome back in. She did help out Mr. Touchdown in the quads. Bought herself a Veterans Day quad spot. 6 to go on that.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
Appreciate you. So I do need a box call. Box calls are invalid until my message in the chat. So if you want box 30 and if you're in that break, please drop that box number again. And there's 30. All righty. All right.
30 for the jersey. Gotcha on that. Welcome in Robert Dembia getting a single spot in that Veterans Day. Bringing that down to 3 there. And Robert's first order. So if you're watching the stream on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, Mr. Dembia, feel free to let us know. Favorite team, favorite player, who are you looking to acquire in that Veterans Day specialty series that we have going on?
you.
Couldn't have got named better, if you ask me.
Do you have?
Could have a better first name if you tried.
Do you? There it is. All righty. So I have Chris, Ricky, Michael, Perry, Chad, Artavius, and Zachary. And really fast, Bangham 386. If you could just confirm that you are in this break. I've not seen that name before. Welcome.
Yeah, Bangham. Yeah. Let's see. That is.
Dude, if you confirm really fast.
I think that's Artavius.
Let us know.
I think. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Oh, look who it is, my man, Foogie, Foog Donner. What's going on, brother? Have you seen some of the recent ads that we've been running at UA?
Yeah.
Some of the fan unboxing. Foog is one of the stars in that. Unboxing his TJ Watt jersey. So Foog's my right hand man.
Mm-hmm. If I could just get confirmation, thank you. Gotcha.
Travius, there you go.
Thank you. Artavius.
I remembered you, buddy. I remembered you.
Box 30. Good call, Rob. All right, let me take that off our ticker.
The Batman is coming out of his bat cave
There's
today
my
to come
guy,
play with
Joshua
us.
Bateman.
Speaking of another guy who's been featured in some of our running ads for his unboxing, Joshua Bateman has also made the cut in that as well. Reason for that is because they were 2 of our winners in the month of October's unboxing video, which, by the way, guys, just as a quick heads up, we do have a referral program going on here at Ultimate Autographs for the month of November. We will select somebody to win a Barry Sanders Slate Authentic Dom by the end of the month.
There we go. All righty, so there it is 6 times in the randomizer for our jerseys. All righty. So here we go. Zachary, the NFC North. Chris, the NFC South. Michael, the NFC East. Ricky, the NFC West. Zachary, the AFC North. Chad, the AFC South. Perry, the AFC East. And Artavius, the AFC West. Here we go. Box 30. Good luck, everybody, in press coverage jerseys.
Jerseys.
All righty. We got Patrick Peterson. You know something about press coverage. Secondary headliner.
Pat Pete.
But we have ourselves a running back, a Super Bowl champion. That's going to be Otis Anderson.
Nice. Throwback.
On the Giants throwback jersey. A former Cardinal, but we got him on the Giants jersey. That's going to be Michael Green. And the NFC East. Very nice. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. Otis Anderson.
Very awesome hit there.
Otis with 2 T's. All right.
Yeah.
Very, very first jersey of the day. Now we're down to our last 5 boxes, 3 headliners, Dak Prescott, Jim Kelly, and Patrick Peterson still out there in our jersey break, which is only $29 a spot.
You said that was a NFC East hit, correct?
Correct, yes.
Way to go.
Michael Green.
Michael Green. I haven't seen Michael catch a dub here in this break room. That could just be on me. Have you seen Michael before? Is he a new guy?
I don't think so. Welcome, Michael. Michael maybe just joined us this past weekend or early this week, or maybe a customer before who hasn't played in a while. But Michael, congratulations. Otis Anderson. Whether your first break, your 10th break, 100th break, you are a winner in this jersey break, my man. Congratulations. Otis Anderson, I believe a Super Bowl MVP too.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
With a G, man.
Yeah, Fugi. I know he says you want to see those ads, Brother Bear. So for me, it's more just a audience retention rate that you kind of get on Instagram, Facebook. I know that's where they've been popping up the most, and you obviously watch on Facebook. For me, I've seen mine on Instagram. So obviously, I follow Ultimate Autographs on IG. I'm a company man, so of course I would. But yeah, I see them quite a bit all the time. Whenever, primarily down when I check my Instagram stories and I click through that, I'll get one. Honestly, just about every couple of stories, I'll get an Ultimate Autographs ad pop up. So if you have IG, Dougie, if you got somebody that you know that has Instagram, go ahead and check on there. It'll pop up every once in a while. I'm sure on our website too. They're also rotating as well.
All right. Let's check out the break page right now. That's what I'm focused on. I want to close out these breaks. Veterans Day series, guys. 12 boxes, 9 headliners. Check it out. Jonathan Taylor, Speedflex, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Bo Nix, and Nico Collins. 12 boxes left, 9 headliners. 34 people watching right now. Who is going to get in the breaks? That AFC North, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Terry Bradshaw. Double up, triple up potentially. AFC South, Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Nico Collins still out there in the Veterans Day series. Like I said, 12 boxes, 9 headliners. There's no reason why this series is not moving right now. There's no reason why this series should be in the room for your primetime show. You guys have a brand new, fresh series for these guys watching with brand new headliners, brand new speed flexes.
Preach.
But first, we got 12 boxes and 9 headliners and 4 speed flex to get out of the way first in this Veterans Day series. And we know this is going to happen. We are just getting started in our 3 p.m. show. We know we're going to have a quad, a double, and a single coming up. And after we do those breaks, Rob, we'll be down to a handful of boxes in that series. And then it's good as gone here in the break room. We got the brand new salute to service, Jonathan Taylor and Baker Mayfield on those beautiful speed flexes. Tough day for Travis Hunter, but the future is still bright for the young man.
It's a shame. Yeah. Coming off of his best week, too, that he had.
100 yards receiving.
Yeah, first career touchdown, then getting that type of news. Obviously, Jacksonville, they started off right. I think they were 5-2 to start the year, and now they're down to 5-4. They, it's been a real. That was an unbelievable comeback from Davis Mills. What was it? I think 26 unanswered points in that fourth quarter. D'Amico Ryans and crew picking up their best win of the year with their backup quarterback. So
over 100 yards in that game. Nico Collins, who is still in this Veterans Day series, they could pair up with Jonathan Taylor and Travis Hunter in that AFC South. Like I said, guys, we have 12 boxes left. 6 helmets in this series. 3 of them AFC North, 3 of them in the AFC South. So double up, triple up opportunities still out there, but you got to get in the double and you got to get in that quad. We got spots taken in that quad, so that quad has to happen. Has to happen. And I'm just saying, when there's triple up opportunities still out there, you might want to think about closing out that quad before the single or the double comes in and it snipes those helmets in the AFC North and the AFC South. And because that quad has to happen. We got spots taken. So you might want to do that quad right now where you have a chance to triple up in the AFC South or the AFC North. I love the Steelers camouflage. Terry Bradshaw on the yellow ink, the camouflage lid. Get that with Jamar Chase or Myles Garrett, or get both of the flexes. There you go.
Got a couple of other orders coming in there down. Mr. Tony Gonzalez.
Tony.
The one and only. He got a spot in that Veterans Day single, bringing that bad boy down to 2. And one of our new guys, Tristan Justice, helping us out in the doubles department. He wants to play doubles today. Little tennis reference there for you. Bringing that down to 4 down.
Hey, 12 boxes left. Triple up opportunities in 2 divisions with 12 boxes. Double, quad. I would take my chances in those break, but we know we're going to have a single coming up. 101 a spot. We do those doubles and singles. Excuse me, we do those doubles and quads, and in between we have a single sandwich in between, and that's where one of those speed flexes tend to pop up. So 2 spots to go in that break. You have a chance to win an authentic or better helmet for a fraction of the cost, as low as 101 in a Veterans Day single. You do not want to miss your chance. Look at that Jamar Chase Speed Flex, the beautiful orange ink with the Triple Crown inscription. Yeah, the beautiful Terry Bradshaw. Look at the yellow ink on there. I love it. It just pops on that camouflage lid right there. Terry Bradshaw, the 4-time Super Bowl champion. And check out our brand new Salute to Service helmets. Baker Mayfield, Jonathan Taylor. I like that Buccaneers logo on the Salute to Service. Very, very nice.
We had on 2 different series. I believe we had a Derek Brooks authentic and a mini for the former linebacker great that was designed in a very similar fashion to that Baker Mayfield. And that was the first time I'd seen it in this break room, Dom. So something a little bit new, something a little different that we have available.
Absolutely. Single is going to close out in just a matter of moments. Who's going to do it? Who's going to get that closer spot? Shout out to all the veterans out there. Thank you for your service. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. That's what we are here for. If you're looking for your favorite team on our break page, favorite player, please let us know. We are 4 spots to go in that double. By the way, I always say this during my shows, and it is true. If you are in the break chasing a specific helmet, well, you want to make sure that the break that you're in, if you're not in all the breaks, you want to make sure that the break you're in, I'm talking about the double, singles, and the quad, closes out first. Because you don't want to be in the single, and let's say someone comes in and buys out all 4 spots in the double, and then we do that double first, and the helmet that they're chasing gets pulled in that double, and they didn't have a spot in that break. You at least want to have a dog in the fight, right? For that item that you're, right? I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
You want to be at least in that break to at least know you had a shot at winning the helmet.
Agree with you 100%, my friend. I think that whenever you have an opportunity with a specialty series, for example, like we're showing, with 2 different ones, we have 2 different specialty series up, so that's not something that we always have going at the same time with both of these mixers, and of course the Veterans Day one being the special one today. You want to be able to get as many spots in those as you possibly can. Again, like you keep alluding to the primetime show. We call it the primetime one for a reason.
That's right.
Again, for those that have not been with Common and myself, on a Tuesday night, just 2 Tuesdays ago, we ended up doing 50 breaks.
Yeah.
So that's the most that I've seen here in my time at UA. Just last Tuesday, I think we did between 25 to 30. So again, we're really talking about between a normal show that you and I do for Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. That is anywhere between 5 to 6 to 7 times the amount of boxes. So again, you know, get those in now, so if they even end up breaking later tonight and they don't do it during the show, at least you're going to have a dog in the fight.
Yeah, we'll close out these breaks for sure in this show, but just for the record, you never lose your spot here in the break room. So even if you're thinking about getting a break, for example, if you see that Hall of Fame series or the Super Bowl series, you're a Packer fan. You're like, man, a Brett Favre speed flex in that Super Bowl? Then you look, well, it's 7 to go, 8 to go. Well, you never lose your spot here in the break room. So if you see a series that you're thinking about getting in and you see that 7, 8 spots to go, start the party, get your spot, because one, like I said and Rob said, you don't lose your spot. You get transferred to the next show. And even if you're not present here in the break room, you don't have to be. You could come in at any time and say, oh, I saw you guys did that break. Here's my order number. Can you please let me know what happened? And maybe you'll have a nice little surprise coming your way. But grab your spot. You don't want to come in and be like, oh, man, I was meant to get in that Super Bowl, but it wasn't moving. And I had work yesterday, and I came in the break room today, and it's completely gone. And I missed my chance at a Brett Favre rave speed flex. Well, grab your spot, because you don't have to be present to win here in the break room.
We would prefer it to be that way, but at the same time,
a lot more fun if you.
I guess you guys have lives. I guess you have jobs and family to attend to, and food to put on the table, and be a normal human being. But however, be a normal human being with us. Have us on in the background in any way possible, because the reason why Dom and I love doing our jobs as much as we do is to see the excitement from you guys in the comment section when you do get a break that does happen.
Paycheck helps too.
You know, the one thing that I had a nice couple of conversations with some of our higher ups today at UA Again, I'm not going to drop an exact date, but one thing that is going to be very exciting for those regulars or for those that are coming in, we are getting dangerously close to having our new website updated and freshened up for you guys. So please keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be happening sooner than you think.
You were talking to some higher ups. Were you reporting me to HR? Is that what you're trying to say?
I can't disclose that information at this time.
It's that Cardinals joke I made last week. I know it was that damn Cardinals joke I made last week.
I got it written down over here in one of my post-it notes here. Reasons for Dom Pellegrini to get reported to HR. I'm actually in my 11th stack right here, actually. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to John T. He's in this Veterans Day series. John, we are 2 spots to go in a single. I know John started the party in that quad too. He gets it. There's triple up opportunities in the AFC South and the AFC North. There are only 12 boxes left. Guys, that quad, it's staring at you. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Bo Nix, and Nico Collins still out there. We know we're going to do this during the show. Just going to get those spots.
If you were popping into the break room for the first time, Dom, what series would you be? Would you be grazing through here? So I'll create 2 different hypotheticals for you. So for one, let's just say that, today's Tuesday. For whatever reason, let's say that you're coming off of a weekend and yesterday was payday for you, right? Your first time, you're trying to add some things to your collection, and you already have a PC collection started, and your money isn't really a factor for you. You're just looking for the best possible items available. Where would be a good place to go check that out?
I would get my spot, first of all, ultimateautographs.com. And I would get my spot in the Veterans Day series because I want a brand new salute to service. Jonathan Taylor, maybe the best player in football this season. 3 touchdowns on Sunday and the game winner for the Indianapolis Colts, who already went over their win total for the season. They're the first team that gets to say they did that this season. 7.5 for the Colts, 8-2. It's good to be a Colts fan right now. Make it even better and win yourself a Jonathan Taylor Speed Flex for a fraction of the cost. Now, for personal preference, go to that Super Bowl winner series and get myself a spot in there to win myself a Brett Favre Rave Speed Flex, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, a 3-time MVP on a beautiful Rave helmet, and still that Troy Polamalu. We have the Terrell Davis Speed Flex, the Rob Gronkowski Speed Flex. Awesome items in this series. And I like me some 3-time MVPs, right, Rob? How about...
I don't know how you can.
Another one of the greatest athletes of all time, Jim Brown, in the Hall of Fame Authentic Series. Every single box authentic or better, and every single box a Hall of Fame player. The all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith. Hall of Fame tight end, Antonio Gates. The greatest wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. Arguably the greatest running back of all time, Jim Brown. And look at this helmet, the Hall of Fame Speedflex Rave Warren Moon. That's going to be an AFC South hit, which pairs with the Dwight Freeney secondary headliner in this series. Authentics are better, and a Hall of Famer in every single box. I know we say no scrubs in every series. Well, come on, that's a Hall of Fame series. Legit, no scrubs in that series. So those would be the breaks that I would get into. Let's not sleep on this practice squad as well. Great price point, 102 a spot in the double, 51 a spot in the single, 3 speed flexes. Steve Smith Sr., Eddie George, Chris Carter still out there. And if you get in the double, Chris Carter speed flex pairs with the Adrian Peterson mini. So if you're a Viking fan, you win that double up, you'll be screaming Skull all night. So that is what we have here in the break room. What do you guys think? I know John T's in that Veterans Day series. I'm guessing John's in the single, the double, and the quad in those breaks, but I know he's in the quad for sure, and thank you, John. 4 to go on the double, 3 to go on the double. Okay, now we're talking.
Yep.
Now we're talking. If you're in that single, not on the double, it's starting to sweat now. Like, we better close out this single for this double closeout, because that's 2 chances. 2 chances that helmet that you're going for in that single gets sniped in that double. So if you're in that single, you might want to think about getting a spot in that double or maybe an extra spot in the single. Just throw that out there, because you don't want that helmet to get sniped before the break that you're in actually closes out.
We get snipers in here all the time whenever it comes to a closing time spot like that. We see it happen more often than not. Somebody who secures that last spot. And again, it's a race to the checkout counter. If you got that credit card out right now, or if you're kind of 50-50, Dom about a particular series that you want to get into. I can tell you somebody that's not 50-50 about it. Welcome in Casey Shabili? Casey, if you're tuning in, I apologize for the potential butchering of your last name. Feel free to let me know how it's pronounced. But a spot in the double box there, Dom, in the Veterans Day series. So like you said, that is now down to 3 to go. Casey, a first-timer in here. So who are you looking forward to, Casey, in getting in this Veterans Day double? So that's the third new person bought into this show.
Heck yeah. Things
we absolutely love to see. We have been skyrocketing upward with all of the new faces here at Ultimate Autographs, and we love making new friends here. So
absolutely.
And it's also one of my favorite things about this community is that even if somebody's in a particular break and they don't end up winning it, unfortunately, everybody congratulates the other person that ends up winning that item.
That's true.
Something that I really like to see happen here because it brings people back, keeps them around. Be like, well, you know what? Instead of just closing the app and taking my luck somewhere else, be like, you know what? There's some really nice people in here. I might actually want to come back because I like their setup.
Yeah.
I like Dom's, quarter zip sweater that he's wearing, or, some of the designs that we have. Always.
White Sox shirt. You like that a little
See,
better?
You're the real hero. As much as I love Joshua, the Batman Bateman being the hero, you're the real hero. Not all of them wear zip ups, but you do.
Thank you. I think the real heroes, the veterans out there watching right now. Veterans Day series. We are close to go. On a single, 2 spots to go, guys. 101 a spot. Jonathan Taylor Speed Flex. You guys see it right there. The Terry Bradshaw. I think the best camouflage lids that we get are the Pittsburgh Steelers one. I don't know if it's the Pittsburgh yellow, but they look so damn good. That's going to pair well. You get in the double, get in the quad. Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Terry Bradshaw. AFC North. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Nico Collins. AFC South. And we'll see other surprises potentially in this series. That Veterans Day single just on the doorstep. But we are 3 spots going the double. 2 looks like that single just sold out. There you go. All right.
Let's do it.
Heck yeah. I'm guessing someone got those last couple spots.
Amanda Keel closed it out with that final spot that was available.
What's up, Amanda?
Amanda's you want to talk about a big name player. Amanda has certainly entered herself into that conversation. So I want to say she's been with us for maybe just about a month now, give or take. We've seen some shows. We've been on some shows together, I think.
Our Sunday show.
On Sunday show, yeah. She was stacking up the dubs.
This Sunday.
Yeah.
Be ready.
And you'll be back.
And you back.
You will be back, yeah. Alex informed me ahead of time. Yeah, and he's like, sorry, couldn't get anybody else better to fill in. I'm like, it's okay, Alex. It's okay.
That's true.
Okay.
I had to beg him to do it.
I was like, I'll make do with what I got. It's okay.
All righty, so we're going to have a Veterans Day single coming up. I'm going to ask for a box number in the chat. Only drop me a box number if you are in that break. Louie, Johnny, Larry, Robert, Tony, Joshua, and Amanda. You guys see your names right there, so please wait for my message. And thank you guys for closing that out.
Some of the names that we are playing for, again, 3 and 4 chance, 9 and 12 in total, I should say. 9 total headliners, 12 available boxes, evens out to the same thing, Dom. 3 and 4 chance of getting yourself Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, and Bo Nix. All prominent players. Now, I will say I did give the Jonathan Taylor some love there, Dom, but man, that Travis Hunter on the Lunar Authentic, that is a bad mamma jamma.
Absolutely. Right there. Awesome looking lid right there.
That is really
drop
nice.
me a box number, please.
Por favor. Man, I was, so I had my day off yesterday, and I developed immediate regret, Dom. I was on the precipice of getting Spurs and Bulls tickets, and I did not go.
Oh, I had a friend who went.
And I really wish that I did. Despite my Bulls end up dropping their 3rd straight, unfortunately. Wembanyama, did you see the end of that game, the sequence that he had?
I was watching my Packers, unfortunately, but I saw the box score at the end of the game.
Oh, my God.
I was like, man, why does this have to be playing when the Packers are on? Any other day for the Spurs, Bulls would have been perfect, but the Packers, football always comes first in my house. But Wemby, man, he's insane. Guy who we get in the break room when we have basketball in the room.
Yep. Just had him in a recent series.
So Louie, Johnny, Larry, Robert, Tony, Joshua, Amanda. I'll give you guys a few seconds. If not, I'll go to the wheel. It is out of 25. Just want to throw that out there. So, guys, I'll give you a few seconds. If not, we'll go to the wheel out of 25, and we'll have the wheel pick our box. But that is totally up to you guys. I'll give you guys a few. I'm generous with the box calls. I give them enough time. If you guys do want to go to the wheel, you can always say wheel for future reference to speed up the process. But if I don't see anything in a few seconds, we'll go to the wheel. And once that wheel is up on the screen, any box call sent in the chat will be invalid.
Denied.
That's right. Excommunicado.
Like my debit card before payday.
Ooh.
Too personal?
That's all right.
It's all right if it's not your debit card getting declined. I agree.
I've been there before.
Shout out to the Doc. The Doc is in.
Doc, Dennis.
Haven't seen you in the chat yet, buddy. I'm sure you'll chime in with a couple of cheers emojis for us here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. He got a spot in that Veterans Day double. Only makes sense. One of our great veterans is joining in on the Veterans Day double. And Amanda Keel also got another spot in the Hall of Fame double.
All right. Speedy says 14. If you could just confirm, Speedy, is that Johnny? Is that Robert? If you are in this break, let us know. The R&D. What's up, Doc? Doc, thank you for your service, my man. And thank you for joining us today. We always appreciate Doc Rivers here in the break room. Yes, we do. A damn good man. So, Speedy, if you just confirm that you are in the break, please. We can do box 14. Let me check the ticker first to see if we do have box 14. 14 is good, yep. Tony. All right. Oh, Tony. All right, Tony.
Yes, Speedy Gonzalez.
Okay. Usually I see I think it's the Twitch name, the Tony Gonzalez. But thank you, Tony. Appreciate you.
He's going more incognito today.
Uh-huh. I got you, Tony. My bad, buddy. I'm used to the Tony Gonzalez. All right. 6 times in the randomizer. All right. Bring this up. All righty. 6 times, guys. Good luck. Veterans Day series. Let's roll. And the final click. All right, there it is. Copy and paste. Take you to your divisions. This is only our second single in this break. The doubles have been hot. All right. Robert, you're going to have the NFC North. Let me bring this down so you guys can see this. Oh, sorry. Different Robert.
One day.
Louis,
One day.
One day, hey. Louis, the NFC South. Joshua, the NFC East. Larry, the NFC West. Amanda, the AFC North. Louis, the AFC South. Tony, the AFC East. Johnny, the AFC West. Hopefully not anytime soon, Rob, because that means you're not working with us anymore. So hopefully not in the near future. You get in the breaks.
Please keep me here.
Maybe I'll let one slide and put you in there.
I just got done with my debit card not getting declined. I don't want to go back to those days, Dom. Please don't send me back.
All righty.
Good luck to everybody.
Here we go. Box 14. Thank you, Tony, for the box number. Good luck to everybody in this break. The Veterans Day series, Authentics or better in every single box. And it's going to be a suit of service or a camouflage helmet.
What do we got here?
All right. Who do we have? Man, this freaking division was loaded. We didn't even know this was in the series. It is the tight end on the Baltimore Ravens, Isaiah Likely. It's going to be another hit in the AFC North. It's going to be Amanda Keel. Amanda, congratulations. Isaiah Likely. Man, that AFC North absolutely loaded.
What did we say about sniper spots, Dom?
Uh-huh.
It's a real thing, man.
The closer spot. Very nice.
Yep. Very real thing. Awesome hit there for Miss or Mrs. Keel. Congratulations on that hit, Amanda. Awesome dub for you. Isaiah Likely, now he's somebody that Lamar Jackson would certainly like to have back in his passing attack. Baltimore has started to look like more and more the contender we thought that they were going to look like preseason. But despite their defense still being, a huge question mark across the board, Isaiah Likely, Dom might be a little bit of a controversial take, but between him and Mark Andrews, I think that Isaiah Likely is the better of the 2 tight ends right now.
Especially for the future.
Yeah.
I don't
he's uber talented.
I don't want to say this is the end of Mark Andrews' stint with the Ravens, but no. I think by the time next season, this is going to be the main man for the tight end position in Baltimore, if not by the time the season's over with already. A nice hit. That means now 11 boxes, 9 headliners. The headliner to box ratio just went up, and we still have a triple up opportunity at AFC. Man, that AFC North was loaded in this freaking break, man. Still, Terry Bradshaw, Myles Garrett, and Jamar Chase. I would close out that double as soon as possible.
Well, you know that this Veteran Series, guys, this thing is going to be ratcheted right back up. So let's get it going.
Congrats, Amanda. Very, very nice.
I love the red eyes.
Me too.
The red eyes of the Ravens.
Badass, right?
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
It's badass. Very, very nice. The Ravens. Who you said if I had to make a pick who's winning the AFC North, all of a sudden I'm going to pick the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, no, it's certainly not been the gauntlet in years past. And whenever you talk about AFC North, you think of like ground and pound, low scoring games, very tough division rivalry stuff. There's been, for one reason or another, it's not been the most competitive division in football this year, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. All righty.
Unlike your NFC North, which has been I don't want to call it a powerhouse, but it has been very, very competitive so far this year.
All right. I have to imagine that double is going to close out in just a matter of moments. With 11 boxes and 9 headliners still out there, 4 speed flexes still remain as well. Rob, let's do a ticker check really fast for the Veterans Day series. All right, let me know what you got.
1,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
4,
Yep.
6,
Yep.
8.
Yep.
Let's see where the order continues here. 16.
No 15?
Yep, 15.
Okay, 15, 16.
15, 16, 18, 19, 20,
Yep.
and 21.
All right, we're all good on the ticker. That is perfect. So that is updated. All righty. So ticker is good. We didn't have to make any corrections. So that means, let's see what that double. Oh, 1 to go on that double box
There we go,
break.
guys. There we go.
1 spot to go. Do not miss your chance. Do not be left out in this series.
Amanda's hungry. She wants to get a winning streak started. She got that second to last double. Who's gonna close that bad boy out?
Hey, just saw Amanda with the closer spot in the single take home the authentic Isaiah Likely. Well, I would close out in the double.
Who was most likely to close out this next series coming up?
That's pretty good.
Way too easy. To
Here, I got you. There you go. We can't hear, but I gave you the drum. So 1 spot to go in the Veterans Day series. Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to close out this series in this show. All right, gents, good luck. I got to bounce. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you, Ryan, as always. My man, both of these. Got a spot taken in that Hall of Fame double, too, guys. Let's not forget that Hall of Fame double. 4 speed flexes still remaining. Every single box is an authentic or better, and every single box is going to be a Hall of Fame player. Emmitt Smith, Antonio Gates, Jim Brown, Warren Moon speed flexes. You got a Jerry Rice authentic. Dwight Freeney, secondary headliner that pairs with that beautiful Warren Moon. Man, I love that Warren Moon helmet. Here it is. 4 spots to go in that double. That'll be an AFC South hit that pairs with the Dwight Freeney. That's freaking awesome right there. Wow. Jim Brown, one of the greatest athletes of all time. But that Hall of Fame is 4 spots to go. Practice squad is 4 spots to go. That next single was made live just a few minutes ago, so obviously I'll give you guys a few seconds to get into that. But we know we're going to have a double coming up. So 1 spot left in the double. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Bo Nix, and secondary headliner Nico Collins. You do not want to miss your chance at a break with 11 boxes, 9 headliners, 4 speed flexes still remaining. We have 3 helmets belonging in the AFC North that we know of. 3 helmets belonging in the AFC South that we know of. We might see a double up coming up in this break.
Let's get it going.
1 spot to go. But who's going to get that closer spot? Maybe the most important spot or the luckiest spot potentially. We'll see once we close it out. We know what's going to happen, but just a matter of who's going to do it. I'm excited.
Yeah, anytime you can get we got movement in the doubles and the quads. Obviously, the double is about to close, but quads as well. Don't sleep on that is a sleeping giant to say the least. Now, again,
has to happen.
After that Isaiah Likely pull that just occurred, still 9 headliners, 11 boxes left that we got available. So, look, in the unlikelihood that in this double box break, right, there is a possible chance that we might actually go 9 for 9 in terms of boxes and headliners left. So if that does occur after this upcoming double box breakdown, I would highly recommend getting into the quads because you're going to guarantee yourself 4 headliners no matter what.
Well said, my man.
So
well said.
I think depending on how this upcoming break goes, it's going to determine a lot of what we're going to have here going forward. So
absolutely. And that double is going to happen in just a matter of moments. Authentics are better in every single box. Going to be a salute to service or a camouflage lid in this Veterans Day Authentic Helmet Series. I want to see this new salute to service. I've been on the producer side when we pulled one of these. I have not been on the host side. You know, when you're a host, you get to check it out for a little longer and even better. So I want to see one of these salute to service, but I want to see both the Baker and the Jonathan Taylor, and we'll compare. Maybe the next break. But 11 boxes left, 9 headliners, 4 speed flexes, and you have a chance to win some money back at the end of the show, of course, in the Chase Wheel Spin. But as of right now, I know the goal is to win some speed flexes in that Veterans Day series. And we are looking for a closer in the double. 202 a spot. You have a chance. Take home 2 speed flexes, Jamar Chase and Myles Garrett, or maybe Jamar Chase speed flex and a Terry Bradshaw authentic. Maybe a Jonathan Taylor speed flex and a Travis Hunter authentic, or a Nico Collins authentic. But you can't double up unless you get a spot in the double or the quad. And we are 1 spot to go on the double box break, only 202. 202. You have a chance to take home 2 speed flexes, Jamar Chase and Myles Garrett, for only 202. But you can't win if you don't play. So who's going to grab that spot? We'll do that double, and then we'll see where we're at in the series after the double. And like I said, Rob, I'll be surprised if this series is still in the break room by the start of your 6 p.m. show. I think you guys are going to have a brand new, fresh series with some fresh headliners.
I'm so confident, Dom, that we're actually going to end up having a quad box break at some point during the show.
It's got to happen.
I think it's bound to happen at some point. I know that Mr. Touchdown himself and John Touchton, he's going to be dialed in throughout the entirety of the show. Christy Steed as well. Christy has been amazing in terms of the amount of breaks that she's bought into in her very small time here at Ultimate Autographs. So for those that are tuning in out there, feel free to help out John and Christy as well on this Veterans Day quads. So just a couple other things to keep in note in some other series, because believe it or not, Don, we have a few others.
Yes, sir.
And I'll update you right after this. Let's see if this is going to be the closing spot, and it looks like it will be.
Thank you.
Louis Albine, baby.
Thank you, Louis. Appreciate you.
Louis. So let me get that together for you.
All righty. So we're going to have a Veterans Day double coming up in just a matter of moments. I'm going to ask for 2 box numbers. Please wait for my message to hit the chat. And if you're in that break and only in that break, please drop me 2 box numbers. Drop me 2 box numbers for the Veterans Day double. Ryan, Lenny, Joshua, Tristan, Casey, first time with us in the break room. We always like to ask favorite teams, favorite players. Please let us know. But thank you for joining us, and good luck in your first break with us. You picked an excellent break to get into.
Oh, yeah.
So Bofa, that is Ryan. We have Lenny, the Batman, Tristan, Casey, Doc, Amanda, and Louie. What's up, Derek?
What's going on, Derek? Welcome in, my man.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hopefully, I'm sure you enjoyed a Jahmyr Gibbs masterclass against Washington during the 3 o'clock, at least Central Time, 3 o'clock primetime slate in that afternoon game. So Dom, I know, did not enjoy it as much from a fan perspective, but I think Jahmyr Gibbs is slowly turning into one of my favorite players to watch in the NFL.
He's really freaking good.
Yeah, he's in that like 99 percentile group of like, okay, guys that I do not want to try and tackle consistently.
100%. So looking for 2 numbers, guys. I'll give you guys a few seconds, but once I bring that wheel up on the screen, any box call sent in the chat is invalid. So Last call. Ryan, Lenny, Joshua, Tristan, Casey, Dennis, Amanda, or Louie. If you want to call some box calls, I'll give you guys 10 seconds. If not, we'll go to the wheel out of 25 for our double box break. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Bo Nix, and Nico Collins. This series is absolutely loaded right now. 11 boxes, 9 headliners. It'll be 9 boxes after this break. Either way, we're going to be loaded with headliners in this series.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing to note, guys, is that no matter what, the headliners are going to be super, super high. Look, I'm wishing that both of these obviously are headliners because that's what everybody is playing for. But the devil on my shoulder also wants chaos. I also do want to see 2 hidden gems, which certainly would not be bad hits at all because, again, we have a 0 scrub policy. But the devil right now is speaking louder than the angel on my shoulder. I want 9 for 9. In those headliners after this series.
I will see. It's going to be up to the wheel because I don't see any box calls sent in the chat, so I'm going to bring up the wheel out of 25. Now, any box call sent in the chat is invalid once the wheel is up. So here we go. We have 11 boxes left. If it lands on a box that we already did, we'll just get the closest number to that box. So we'll see 15, which we do have. All right, so box 15. Good start from the wheel. And then we have...
The wheel never gets enough praise.
Take that off. 15 and 21. And let's see if we have 21. We do have 21. All right, the wheel. Good job. 15 and 21.
It's got to be a good sign. These feel like headliners to me.
All righty. Thank you, sir. 7, 8, 9. Yep, that looks good. Alrighty. So we have our box numbers, courtesy of the wheel. Now we take the names to the randomizer 6 times to determine our division orders for our double box break. Thank you guys for closing out this Veteran Day series. Best damn customers in the business. All right, 6 times. Let's roll. And the final. All right, there it is. Copy and paste. Let's go to your divisions for our Veterans Day double. All right. So we'll go in numerical order. We'll start with box 15, which is right here. All righty. So box 15, good luck, everybody. Tristan, you have the NFC North. Lenny, the NFC South. Joshua, the NFC East. Doc, the NFC West. Amanda, the AFC North. Casey, the AFC South. Ryan, the AFC East. And Louie, the AFC West. Still out there in this break.
Yeah, and Fuglin said Amanda's in the AFC North again. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got, Dom.
Let's see who we have.
AFC North dominance continues.
All right, we have ourselves a... This spot was just sitting there for a few minutes. Closer spot, Bo Nix. Gonna go to Louie in the AFC West. Congratulations, Louie. Louie's like, well, no one else wants it. I'll take it. There you go. Very, very nice. Louie with the Bo Nix. Authentic. Nice hit, my man.
Closer dominance. And that's what, can't exactly describe that as Bo Nix's most recent Thursday night performance, but you know, it's very hard to win in the NFL. And
No
but for Nix overall, I would like to see what because what was his record last year, Dom? Did they go?
They made the playoffs.
Did they go 10-7?
10-7, I think.
10-7, and then they're 8-2 this year. So what? 18-9. You know, in his first 27 career starts. It's not bad for the kid. And Bo Nix, it's his city, man. I believe. I definitely believe. And you better believe that Louis does too after that hit. So very, very good hit there. And so much for those headliners not staying intact.
Yeah, Louis. Nice hit. Congratulations, Bo Nix.
Awesome hit, Louis.
We'll keep him on the table. It's our first headliner in our 3 p.m. show. Very, very nice. Bo Nix, by the way, you have the Beckett cert on the back, just like our items here. Authentic. It's the Veterans Day series. Authentics or veteran, every single box. All right, here is box 21. This was courtesy of the wheel. Let's see what we have in box 21. Here we go.
Show me something good.
We got a big boy.
Cloth bag.
Let's see who we have.
Cloth season.
We have ourselves the former defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett.
There it is.
Gonna go to Amanda in the AFC North. Congratulations, Amanda. Man, the AFC North. Isaiah Likely in the last break. Myles Garrett for you in this break. Congratulations, Amanda. Wow. Very, very nice. Myles Garrett. You have the Beckett cert on the back. Congrats, Amanda. Very nice.
The North reigns supreme again. So, Queen of the North is Amanda Keel today. So, I love the visor as well. It just like blends in so perfectly with that being a salute to service theme there, Dom. You know what this kind of gives me? It's going to hit you in a little bit of a gamer feels here. This reminds me of Halo.
Okay.
A little bit of a Halo look on the front of the lid there.
I was a PlayStation guy, so.
Yeah, no, I was too.
A little over my head.
Which is why I literally cannot name. Oh my God, I can't even name the. Is it Chief?
Master Chief.
Master Chief, thank you.
I know that because we pulled him in the break room before. The actor who voices him. Steve Downs, I believe his name.
You pulled him out of the box?
In a 1 and 4.
I was going to say, did you get his consent that you could put him in a box and then pull him out of it?
No, it was the Halo mask. With his signature on a Halo mask.
That is awesome though. That would be wow. That's a cool hit. But Myles Garrett and Bo Nix back to back.
Yeah, there's those headliners. Very, very nice. Myles Garrett, an absolute beast. 5 sacks against the Patriots a few weeks ago. Team loses, but hey, not this guy's fault. Absolute monster, Myles Garrett. Do you think he gets traded in the offseason?
I don't think so. I think that if Cleveland can invest in their offensive line and invest in some skill position talent in the draft or in free agency, I believe in Keyshawn Judkins. I think that Dylan Gabriel, now contrary to popular belief, and I'm not going to say that I've watched every single tape and every single game of Dylan Gabriel, I think that he could be a competent game manager, okay, if he gets some good help around him. But again, I think if you have Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, they can be the building blocks of your defense. I think that they could be a competent team if they stick to a certain script, right? If they can become a ground and pound team out in the dog pound, I think that they can become a competitive team as soon as next season. But a lot of things are going to have to go right for Cleveland. And unfortunately for Browns fans out there, you know that things going right and Cleveland Browns in the same sentence traditionally does not go hand in hand. However, Amanda feels definitely different today about the Browns after getting that lid. That's phenomenal, man.
Congratulations, Amanda. You said ground and pound. Well, no one's doing that better than the Colts this season with Jonathan Taylor, who is still out there in the Veterans Day series with 9 boxes left. Jonathan Taylor Speedflex, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield Speedflex, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, and Nico Collins still out there. So we have a double up possibility in that AFC South, maybe a triple up possibly with Nico Collins, Travis Hunter, and Jonathan Taylor. And that AFC North still, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, a double up opportunity, guys. So take advantage. Only 9 boxes left in the series. I'm with you, John. That quad's going to happen for sure. And it has to happen because there's already spots taken, so we can't close out the series without that quad. And like I said, the AFC South, I can tell you at least 3 helmets from the AFC South. I can tell you at least 2 from the AFC North. And who knows what else is hiding out there in this break room. But you get in that quad, you have a chance to take home Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, and Nico Collins in that AFC South. Jamar Chase and Terry Bradshaw in the AFC North. But you can't win if you don't play.
You know, I like the simplicity of John's comment, but it's like...
It's true.
It's as true as it can be.
Yeah.
You know what's better than 2 lids coming out? 4 lids coming out. So, again, if you're somebody, I saw John and my man Foog Donner talking about this in the comment section earlier, is that they're not really keying in on teams or players. They're just looking for specific styles of lids. So if you're looking for an authentic or a speed flex, there's no reason why, especially if you're trying to add multiple things to your collection at a fraction of the cost, Tom, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get into that quad.
Amen. Well said. Well said. And like I said, we got 2 spots already taken, so we got to do that quad regardless. Let's knock it out right now. Close out this Veterans Day series. 9 boxes left. 7 headliners. Look at that headliner to box ratio. I know you guys like your headliner to box ratio. It doesn't get much better than that. 7 headliners and 9 boxes. And we got a Jonathan Taylor speed flex, Baker Mayfield speed flex, Jamar Chase speed flex. Jonathan Taylor and Jamar Chase, some of the best players in the league, still out there. I love these new salute to service. There's the JT. And there's the Baker Mayfield. The Bake Show, the Pro Bowl quarterback. I have to imagine he'll get another Pro Bowl nod this season. Having an awesome, awesome season for Tampa Bay. And that's without Mike Evans. That's without Chris Godwin. I know Abuka's been awesome this year, but he's been banged up lately.
Yeah. He had a dominant game on Sunday, Ibuka. Big play guy, and that's what Baker likes to have. He likes to be able to take shots downfield. Underrated player, Cade Otton. Cade Otton's been a target machine with Godwin and Evans. Of course, Evans, unfortunately, is going to lose that 1,000-yard streak, who was consistently in this break room, by the way. Just because Mike Evans is out for the year doesn't mean we won't continuously see Mike Evans in this break room. But, yeah, Tampa Bay, I think that their postseason chances are going to get a little derailed just because of injuries, kind of like San Francisco. How many recognizable faces do you see in the 49ers secondary these days?
I get where you're coming from, but I don't know who in that NFC South can overtake them for the top spot. Carolina lost the Saints. I think they're you don't know what you're going to get from Carolina every week. Atlanta, I'm disappointed on Atlanta. I thought they'll be a lot better than they were. The defense is not as good.
I've heard that now for 2 years in a row. I was the big Atlanta guy last year, and I was like, I am not touching that stock again because I need to see it out of Penix. But, again, it's just like I think they're the most Jekyll and Hyde team in the NFL. Because there are some weeks where I watch Atlanta where it's like, I could see them being like a legitimate fringe good playoff team. Because that kind of grouped them going into the year, them in Chicago in like the same breath. Where it's like they have these hot up-and-coming offenses. Their defenses are just big question marks, some new coordinators and coaches coming in. And then things just haven't, they can't put together 2 or 3 good weeks in a row for Atlanta. And
Absolutely.
That's been their biggest problem.
They do not have a first-round pick either next season.
Yeah, that's right.
Traded back to get in the first round for the 2025 draft. They draft James Pierce. That's going to belong to the Rams. So the Rams are not only a Super Bowl contender this season.
Rich getting richer.
But are going to have 2 first-round picks next season and maybe a top 10, top 15 pick if Atlanta keeps trending down. But, hey, you could be like the Rams. The rich get richer. That could be you. You can add to your memorabilia collection for a fraction of the cost. I know the Bengals and the Steelers play each other this week. We'll get the matchup in a double box break in the AFC North. You can't win if you don't play. I see it all the time, Rob, in the break room.
You do?
People are like, man, I want that helmet. Oh, well, here's a simple solution. Grab a spot in the breaks, and then you can win that helmet for a fraction of the cost because you can't win if you don't play. Veterans Day Series, authentics or better in every single box. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins still out there. 9 boxes, 7 headliners. Let's close this series out during this show. Hall of Fame, authentics are better in every single box in this series. And every single player in this series, Hall of Famer. The all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith, Antonio Gates, Jerry Rice, Jim Brown, and Warren Moon. Secondary headliner, Dwight Freeney. That pairs with that Warren Moon, that beautiful Warren Moon speed flip. I got to take another look at that Warren Moon. Look at that lid, guys. That is freaking awesome. Wow. The Hall of Fame Speed Flex at the Hall of Fame inscription. Could be yours, guys, for a fraction of the cost. 107, a spot in the single. 214 if you want to double up with Warren Moon and Dwight Freeney. Get your spot. Practice squad has 3 speed flexes still remaining. Steve Smith Sr., Eddie George, Chris Carter. You guys get a speed flex for as low as 102 in a double box break in a practice squad double. Get Chris Carter and Adrian Peterson potentially if you're a Minnesota Viking fan for 102. If you want to take a chance in the single, $51, you have a chance to walk away with a Speed Flex. $51 Speed Flex. Where else but UA?
Should be a new tagline or slogan for the company.
8 spots, $51, you have a chance to win a Speed Flex.
Where else but UA?
Where else but UA? Press coverage jerseys, $29 a spot for our custom jerseys. We have 5 boxes left. Dak Prescott, Jim Kelly, and Patrick Peterson. 5 boxes, 3 headliners, Dak Prescott, Jim Kelly, and Patrick Peterson still out there in the press coverage jersey. Only $29 a spot in that break.
Speaking of those jersey spots, Dom, Josh Nix, 2 times getting into that jersey series. Thank you, Josh, bringing that down to 6. Josh, another new guy. Him and I had a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge deal going on over the weekend.
Oh.
So Chinmay and I on Saturday morning, we do our Saturday morning spread picks. And going into Sunday morning, obviously, we talked about that game earlier between Atlanta and Indianapolis, which, by the way, check out Jonathan Taylor, by the way, and Josh. An absolutely gorgeous Speed Flex. My favorite headliners are part of our Veterans Day series that we have going on. 7 headliners, 9 boxes left in that Veterans Day series, by the way. Him and I had a little side bet. I was like, Josh, you're the man. You're a big Colts guy. I was like, I'll make you a deal if you get in a couple of these breaks here. I took Atlanta plus 6.5, and he laughed at me for it. I was like, okay. I was like, if the Colts cover, I will get on air on Sunday afternoon, and I'll sing the "This is our Colts, this is our team, will bleed blue." I'll sing the whole song for him. And then, of course, lo and behold, the game goes to overtime. Taylor walks it off with a touchdown. Obviously, you don't need to kick the PAT. And then Atlanta covers, but Josh's team won. So both the best worlds happen there.
There you go,
so
Josh.
Best of both worlds.
Colts fan, Jonathan Taylor in the Veterans Day series. You just said it, Rob. 9 boxes, 7 headliners, and a Jonathan Taylor Speed Flex is still available. Unfortunately, I have to go to a meeting now. Do good things for me if the quad closes before I get back. John, hopefully that closes out before you get back, because I want to do it ASAP. But thank you for joining us. Maybe you have a few surprises when you get back. Hey, guys, you did that break? Yeah. Would I win? And maybe he won a few Speed Flexes. We'll see.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed for you, John.
It was a good game, the Colts and the Falcons.
He said, I'm just glad we pulled it out. Yeah, Josh, no, that was a very good game. I just thought that, again, neutral-sided game. I thought that Atlanta was going to keep pace, and they did. They kept pace just enough until the very end. But, the Colts got the MVP in their backfield. So.
That's absolutely right. Jonathan Taylor.
MVP of that Veterans Day series.
Who's going to get in that Veterans Day series, close it out, and take home the Jonathan Taylor Speed Flex. We know we got Josh Nix getting 2 spots in the jersey break. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you. I see Louie. He closed out that double break. So what do you guys want to do next? The Veterans Day is the chase. That means you'll have to close out the break. If you bought a spot in the break and your break did not close out, well, you do not get added to the chase wheel spin. So you want your break to close out during this show to be added to win some money back at the end of our UA 3 p.m. live stream. So what do you guys want to do? That is the $1 million question. Veterans Day series. 9 boxes, 7 headliners. The headliner to box ratio. It's there for you guys. 9 boxes left. And there's a triple-up opportunity in the AFC South with Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, and Nico Collins. Think about getting the quad. There's a double-up opportunity that we know in the AFC North, Jamar Chase and Terry Bradshaw. I know that Terry Bradshaw is not a speed flex. Jamar Chase is a speed flex, but arguably the best-looking helmet in the series might be that Terry Bradshaw. I love the camouflage Steelers helmets. And you have the Bake Show, Baker Mayfield, on the new Salute to Service Speed Flex. Get yourself a Speed Flex helmet, guys, for a fraction of the cost. Can't win if you don't play. That is the Veterans Day series. Is there any other break here in the break room other than the Veterans Day series that has caught your eye? Just let me know, guys. If you have any questions or you want me to go over a series in particular, please let me know. I'll happily do that. If you're new to the break room and you just want to know how the break room works, feel free to ask. We are an 8-spot divisional break. If you buy 1 spot, you have a 1 in 8 chance of winning a piece of memorabilia for a fraction of the cost. So, for example, let's say you get in the double box break for the Veterans Day series. You're like, man, what's a double box break? Well, a double box break means we're going to open 2 boxes in that break. And with one spot, for example, let's say you get the AFC North and that double box break, the first box is Jamar Chase. Well, there's 1 helmet you won.
Yep.
And the next box we do is Terry Bradshaw. Well, you just took home 2 helmets for only $202. Now, a Speedflex and an Authentic for only $202. You go on Riddell.com and type in Speedflex helmet, not signed, around $700, $650, $600. Well, take home 2 helmets for less than that, including a Speedflex helmet in that break. How about Travis Hunter and Jonathan Taylor? Jonathan Taylor, arguably the best player in football this season. Get him in the Veterans Day series. We are so close. Get him. To pulling Jonathan Taylor on that awesome salute to service Speedflex.
Stretch.
6 spots to go in the quad box break. The doubles open, the singles open. What do you guys want to do? Let's not sleep on the Hall of Fame. Let's not sleep on the Super Bowl series. The Hall of Fame, Hall of Famers in every single box. Authentics in every single box. We're 4 spots to go in this double. Man, this series is absolutely loaded right now. 14 boxes, 6 headliners. You have the all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith. We have Antonio Gates, one of the best tight ends of all time, the Hall of Famer with the Hall of Fame 25 inscription. Jerry Rice, the best wide receiver of all time, on the Rave Authentic. Jim Brown, one of the greatest athletes of all time. You cannot talk about the history of football without bringing up Jim Brown, a 3-time MVP, the first ever 3-time MVP in NFL history. Get him on that Cleveland Browns Speedflex. Man. And then the Warren Moon on that beautiful Rave. And then you pair it up with Dwight Freeney in the double. Every single box in this series is going to be an Authentic or better. And a Hall of Famer. I'm surprised this series is just sitting here with 4 spots to go in a double with those names still available. The Super Bowl. Super Bowl is a mixer. So we'll see several items in that series. Jerseys, minis, Authentic, Speedflexes. Who knows what we might see in the and more section. Possibly a slab card, a football, Funko. We will see. But we still have that Brett Favre Speedflex, the Rob Gronkowski Speedflex, the Terrell Davis Speedflex still out there. Dwight Freeney, Authentic, Ray Lewis Mini, Troy Aikman Custom Jersey, and Troy Polamalu on that beautiful Pittsburgh Steelers Rave helmet. Derek Brooks, Hines Ward, Rashee Rice, Marshall Faulk, and Tony Dorsett, secondary headliners in this Super Bowl series. Now, this is a mix. There'll be several items in this series. Like I said, Authentic, Speedflexes, minis, jerseys. Could be other items in the and more section. But every single box in this series is going to be a Super Bowl winner. So definitely think about getting in that break as well. The practice squad double, which is 4 spots to go. We have 3 Speedflexes still remaining. A double-up opportunity in the NFC North with Chris Carter and Adrian Peterson for only $102. But an Eddie George Speedflex, the all-time leading rusher in Titans/Oilers history. And that counts Derrick Henry, Earl Campbell, Chris Johnson, Eddie George, the franchise leader in rushing yards. Steve Smith Sr., the former Triple Crown winner. And we got him, Jamar Chase. We got a few Triple Crown Speedflexes here in the break room. I love the Panthers helmets. They've only made minor changes throughout the 30 years that they've been around because they know this helmet, it works. One of the best helmets in the game. Steve Smith Sr. and a future Hall of Famer. My question about Steve Smith not being in the Hall of Fame already is like, what the hell is going on? Seriously, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyone who covers the NFL and has a Hall of Fame vote, how the hell can they justify Steve Smith not being a Hall of Famer? You're like, well, only a certain amount of guys get in each year. Yeah, I hear you. But guess what? Steve Smith deserves it over certain guys that go in. One of the best wide receivers of the 21st century. And on that elite class of Triple Crown winners, along with Jamar Chase, who we could see Steve Smith coming up in this practice squad. And we know we're going to see Jamar Chase in that Veterans Day series today in this show.
That's a good rant. Preach, brother.
You think so?
Preach, brother.
Run out of breath a little bit.
I mean, how many guys can you really count? Especially in recent years that have won a Triple Crown. I mean, we've had Cooper Kupp, we've had Jamar Chase, like you said, this past year. Steve Smith did it in 2005, but there was that 17-year gap between Kupp and Smith for that Triple Crown dominance. He helped lead Carolina to a Super Bowl as well. being their best offensive player in 2003. He made Jake Delhomme relevant. No shade to Jake Delhomme. Jake, if you're tuning in, I hope you're enjoying a good Tuesday, my friend. But let's be honest, Steve Smith helped get you there in a lot of ways. So
now, if that is Casey asking in the chat, when is the pool? Casey, we did do that break, the Veterans Day double number 5. I do have you right there. You have the AFC South. Unfortunately, we pulled the Myles Garrett, AFC North, and the Bo Nix and AFC West pool. So, unfortunately, you did not win in that break, but still some awesome lids available. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, and Nico Collins. And Casey, if you don't mind me asking, who's your team? Favorite player? Let us know. And welcome to the break room. Unfortunately, you did not win in your first break, but hey, step back in that batter's box, and maybe luck will be on your side. But let us know your favorite team and favorite player. And thank you for joining us on this wonderful Tuesday. Happy Veterans Day out there to all the veterans watching. Thank you, guys, for your service and your sacrifice. So let us know, Casey, if you're out there. But we did do that break, and unfortunately, you did not win, Casey.
We did have Louis buying 2 spots in that practice squad.
Thank you, Louis. Heck yeah. I mean, about 3 speed flexes still out there in that practice squad.
For $51, guys.
Absolutely. Louis getting 2 spots. Playing it safe. Thank you, Louis. Steve Smith Sr., Eddie George, Chris Carter speed flexes. Let's not sleep on the Sean Alexander authentic on that beautiful Seahawks standard. I love the navy blue with that matte finish. And then you have the last MVP for the running backs, Adrian Peterson, a member of the 2,000-yard rushing club. It's him and LaDainian Tomlinson is the best running backs that I've seen with my own eyes. Adrian Peterson and LaDainian Tomlinson. You get in this double, you can win him and Chris Carter at 1 spot in that NFC North. If you're a Viking fan, I can't imagine why you're not in the double. There it is. Only 102 a spot in the double. Only $51 a spot in the single. And we are still seeing some 4s. I'm seeing some 6s. But I know we got some spots taken in that practice squad. So at least, hey, we're moving. We're getting there. It's only 4:38 here in the break room. I would say the earliest we head out would be about 5 p.m., but that's only if we're not breaking anything. If we're breaking, we could be here till 5:45, 5:50, 5:55. Me and Kami can do a quick hockey-style line shift. You know, just tag in, tag out. There you go.
Seen it happen before.
That's it. We've done it in the break room before. We've done it. We've had some busy shows. And with the Veterans Day series the way it is right now, with 9 boxes, 7 headliners, I can't imagine we do 16 boxes of the series, and when we get down to 9 boxes, 7 headliners, and 3 speed flexes, we all just stop. I can't imagine that, especially with the Jonathan Taylor speed flex still out there, especially with the Baker Mayfield speed flex out there. You're going to have someone come in this break room and snipe that helmet away from you guys? All right. And if you're sitting there thinking, it's like, oh, whatever, I'll play later. Well, there's no guarantee that helmet that you're looking for is going to be here later. All it takes is one person to come in this break room and be like, hey, is the Jonathan Taylor or the Baker Mayfield still available? Yes. Okay. And they buy out a single box break in that series, and they take their chance. Especially with only 9 boxes left. This is the time where we see people take their chance in a break room.
Yep.
They're like, okay, 9 boxes, 7 headliners. I buy out a break. Good chance I at least will walk away with a photo headliner. Maybe think about it. Get your spot. 19 people watching. What do you guys want to do? I know you guys ain't watching just to watch. You guys want to see some breaks. So what breaks do you want to see? What breaks are you in? What breaks do you need help closing out? Make some noise in the chat. Say, hey, guys, I've been in this Hall of Fame series all day. I want to do it either today or tonight. I've been in the Super Bowl mixer all day. I want to do it today or tonight. Any break. It doesn't have to be the Veterans Day series, guys. Any break that you guys want to close out before we take a short break here in the break room. Now, you never lose your spot here in the break room. You just get transferred to the next show, but that next show is at 6 p.m. Central Time. That's a long way to go. We don't want to wait that long to do some breaks, especially if you have a spot in the break. I'm a very impatient guy, Rob. If I have a spot in a break and I've been waiting for, a half hour, an hour, I'm pacing back and forth. I'm saying, come on, guys. I'm in this Hall of Fame double box break. There's 4 speed flexes. There's an Emmitt Smith. There's a Jim Brown. There's a beautiful Warren Moon. There's the Antonio Gates. Let's close this out. Let's have some fun. Double box break is only $214. You have a chance to walk away with yourself not only that beautiful Warren Moon speed flex. I guess we call that the Houston Oiler blue on that lid. But Dwight Freeney, who is a secondary headliner in that series. So definitely don't want to miss your chance at getting a double up for one spot. One spot in that break. And we'll see. This is what I love about this Hall of Fame series. Its authentics are better in every single box. And guess what? The and more section, you know who's going to be in there? Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
No scrubs.
0 scrub policy, baby.
No, who's a scrub quarterback for your Cardinals? No John Skeltons in the Hall of Fame authentic series.
No Josh Rosens.
Definitely no Josh Rosens. Josh Rosen beat the Packers Lambeau Field. So
I'm still waiting for him to claim that #1 spot player in that entire draft. Because that's what he proclaimed when he got drafted. He's like, oh, these 10 other teams are going to regret not taking me.
I'm going to tell you what, people are going to regret not getting in this Hall of Fame series, especially if I'm a Cowboy fan. And Emmitt Smith's B-Flex still out there.
I could name a lot more than just 10 people that are going to regret not getting in this series.
I can tell you right now, maybe 17 people, because that's how many people watching right now. So the Hall of Fame Authentic Series, that is still loaded. I love the Super Bowl series as well. I mean, only $73 a spot. $73 a spot in the single, and you have a chance to win a Brett Favre Speed Flex as low as $73 freaking dollars. I couldn't be more jealous of the people watching the show right now. I couldn't be more jealous of the people who are able to get in the break room, because my favorite team, I'm not breaking any news right now, maybe if you watch the show for the first time, but my favorite team, my favorite player growing up, Packers, Brett Favre. I love the Rave helmets. My favorite type of style helmet right now that we have in the break room. And you could get this helmet for as low as $73. $73 freaking dollars, Rob. That's highway robbery. The good news about that, we let you get away with it in the break room. But you can't win if you don't play. If you're a Patriot fan, Rob Gronkowski Speed Flex. Arguably maybe the second greatest Patriot of all time. We know who the first Patriot of all time is, Tom Brady. But I would say Gronk, good case to be the second greatest New England Patriot of all time. Terrell Davis, maybe the second greatest Denver Bronco of all time, potentially, behind John Elway. I mean, it's up for conversation, but a member of that elite class of the 2,000-yard club, an MVP, not just regular season, a Super Bowl MVP, Hall of Famer. Troy Aikman on the jersey. We don't get Troy too often here in the break room, so you definitely want to take advantage of Troy Aikman. Some names, if you miss out, it'll be like, okay, well, you know, once we have a new series in the room, I'm sure they'll have another chance at getting that name. Troy Aikman, we get him every once in a while. So if you miss your chance at Troy Aikman in the break room today and he gets pulled, well, I don't know when we're going to have Troy again. You might be waiting a while. Don't wait. Get him today. $73 a spot. Could be yours. Derek Brooks, Heinz Ward, Rasheed Rice, Marshall Faulk, Tony Dorsett, secondary headliners in that Super Bowl series. Man, that Hall of Fame series, that Super Bowl series, I saw it was made live this weekend. I am shocked that it is still live today, because these great items. So my question for you guys, what do you want to do?
Yeah, haven't had an order pop in, Dom, since the Louis Albien order about 11 minutes ago or so. But again, we still have a lot more progress, a lot more time to get some numbers up on that board. I want to be able to say, hey, put on the board.
Yes.
Scratch.
By the way, I want to throw this out there, our Buy Mystery Box tab. Do we have any Notre Dame fans watching? Because if we do, we have our last box in our college rep personal. And Rob.
Yes.
It is Heisman winner Tim Brown. The last box in that in that college personal.
Very nice.
But we do have a Heisman winner, Tim Brown. So if you're a Notre Dame fan watching right now, well, buy that last college personal, and I can guarantee you, Tim Brown.
I love the sound of that. Tim Brown, one of my favorite wideouts to watch growing up. Was too young to watch him in college, though, Dom, but in his pro career, not too many better guys than that.
I gotcha.
You got that?
Yep.
Just some other glances real quick throughout the rest of the break room, you guys, in case you're just tuning in here with Dom and myself, Dom Pellegrini, the very studious host here today in the break room, as always. Rob Hill right by your side as well. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. But Dom, 4s each in the double practice squad and the double box break for that Hall of Fame series as well that we have going on. Those are our 2 closest. I like to call those being in midfield.
Yeah.
Right now, especially for those that are modern day football fans, you always go for it in midfield. So even though we are starting to get close to a 4th down scenario here, we got about less than 15 minutes left to go. Time is ticking on that game clock, and we're down on the scoreboard, guys. You got to go for it here if you're at midfield. If you see a 4 in the inventory spot on the product page on the Ultimate Autographs website, if you see something that you're 50-50 about, 6'7", 6'7", you got to go in there. You got to shake that head up and down, Dom. Yes, sir. If you're a little 6'7", 6'7", don't know what's going on
I don't condone that.
Up in that poobah, you gotta close that deal out, man. You gotta go for it. You gotta go for it on 4th down. You need to. Yeah, we got some great stuff in both of those series, especially the practice squad. $51 a spot for a single, $102 for that double. And again, double up for a speed flex and something else. There's a very good possibility that if you're telling for me, first of all, I would go in and get a single just for the speed flex alone there, Dominator. But at the same time, I want a spot and maybe a double up possibility as well that I can get in that series.
Absolutely. With 9 boxes left, double up possibilities. Jamar Chase, Terry Bradshaw, Travis Hunter, Jonathan Taylor, Nico Collins still out there as well in that AFC South. That series, it's going to close out. The question is it going to close out during the 3 p.m. show or early in the 6 p.m. show? Because that is not going to last. But besides the Veterans Day series, we're close on a practice squad double, close on a Hall of Fame double. I just want to talk about this Hall of Fame one more time because I love these helmets in this series. You have the throwback white Cowboys lid. I always call that the Thanksgiving lid for the Cowboys, the throwback. Emmitt Smith, the all-time leading rusher, who this probably is going to sound a little weird to say, but is so underrated when we talk about the greatest running backs of all time. We talk about Jim Brown. We talk about Barry. We talk about Walter Payton. Emmitt Smith, for 15 years, just did his job every single week. The all-time leading rusher. You get him for a fraction of the cost. The only MVP in Cowboys history. How crazy is that? The rich history of the Dallas Cowboys. You think of Roger Staubach. You think of
crazy, man.
Tony Dorsett, who is in the Super Bowl mixer. Even the defensive guys. Bob Lilly, Randy White. Emmitt Smith, the only Hall of Famer in Cowboys history. Unbelievable. And you get him in the break room for a fraction of the cost. It's really cool seeing Antonio Gates' Hall of Fame speech. I love when he gave a shout to Phillip Rivers. I love seeing the quarterback tight end combinations of my childhood connecting again. Awesome looking lid. You can't find me a bad looking Chargers helmet. You can. I dare you to go find one. You'll be looking forever. I'll save you some time. You're not going to find one because there's not one that exists. That beautiful Chargers standard. Antonio Gates. Jim Brown, one of the greatest athletes of all time. I'm not saying just one of the greatest football players. That's obvious. He's one of the greatest athletes of all time, on a list with Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, all the Olympians out there who I'm missing. Jim Brown is on that list, top 5, top 10, hell, even maybe number 1.
Yeah.
What a great, great running back he was back in the day. The first 3-time MVP in NFL history. Can't talk about the history of the game, but I'll talk about Jim Brown. Warren Moon, aesthetically my favorite helmet in this series. This Rave Hall of Fame, look how that helmet just pops, guys. That is freaking beautiful. Warren Moon on the Hall of Fame lid, and aesthetically, that is such a good-looking helmet. Hall of Fame quarterback. Wow. Pair that up in the double with Dwight Freeney, a secondary headliner. Every single box in this series, a Hall of Famer. Every single box in this series, authentics or better. Usually I call the diamonds the best bang for your buck in the break room. I have to call this series the best bang for your buck in the break room because I know every single box is authentic and it's going to be a Hall of Fame player. And that and more section, guys, I know we love the headliners. I get it. Headliners, secondary headliners. But don't sleep on that and more section because your favorite team might be hiding out in the and more section. And that's the Hall of Fame series. So a Hall of Famer from your favorite team, yeah, that might be an and more for someone who's not a fan of that team. But if you're a fan of that team and you win it, that's a headliner hit right there. You just won your freaking favorite team and a Hall of Famer in that series. But got to be in it to win it.
About 10 minutes left to go, y'all, when we got going on here. 10 minutes at bare minimum, and we still got a lot of eyes, a lot of ears going on over here. By the way, shout out to our great Mike Martis as well, leader of our marketing department. So, Mike, if you know, you know. But again, in particular for that Hall of Fame series there, Dom, just going back at that's 214, a spot to get into that bad boy for some of the double ups that we have available in that Hall of Fame series that we got going on. Some great headliners as well. Some of my favorites that I've ever seen. Some of my favorite customizations for these lids. You have legends across all sports. You touched upon it quite a lot over the course of this show, but the all-time leading rusher in the NFL and Emmitt Smith. But one of my personal favorites, because we have a couple of our own personal favorite lids that no matter what time period, no matter what city they played in this case, referring to the Chargers here, you and I think we classify the Jaguars, the Dolphins, and the Chargers. Every single piece of memorabilia they have is fire, regardless of what it is, the color scheme, whatever it might be. Antonio Gates, this is one. Try to take a chance and swing one right out of the park here before this show ends for Dom and I.
Two things. I'll get to Bob's first. Doug, it's going to be Common and Rob for the primetime show. And thank you for mentioning that. I just got something right now, too, telling us we disconnected for a little bit. So, guys, if we're having issues on the stream, I'll try to do my best to not have that happen. We have all the, we're 3 for 3 here, so maybe it's just a quick hiccup, and hopefully that doesn't keep happening. But thanks for letting us know that, Doug. Appreciate you. And Bob, yeah, just to confirm about Jim Brown being one of the greatest athletes of all time, if not the greatest athlete. Brown was voted the greatest lacrosse player of all time, averaged 13 points per game for Syracuse hoops, ran track, and threw the discus. Yeah, freaking awesome.
It's pretty good.
You forgot a great actor as well, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown, yeah.
Mars Attacks, my grandma's favorite movie. Shout out my grandma. All righty.
Would you have him on your Mount Rushmore of greatest pro athletes ever? He'd probably have to be up there. He's definitely in consideration.
I would put him in my football spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put him in my football spot. Out of athletes, out of football players of all time. After what Bob just said, it's hard to argue
that,
with Jim Brown. Not just a great football player.
Him and Bo Jackson both, I think, would both be on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could throw grenades down air vents like no other. There you go. Jim Brown, who we could be seeing up very, very shortly in that Hall of Fame series. Keep in mind, every single box in that series, authentic or better, and a Hall of Famer. And here's that Veterans Day series, guys. Shout out to all the veterans out there. We have 9 boxes left, 7 headliners, a Jonathan Taylor Speedflex, who's having an MVP-worthy 2025. Travis Hunter, the number 2 overall pick in the 2025 draft. By the way, that pairs with the Jonathan Taylor in that AFC South. Baker Mayfield, who it doesn't matter that Chris Godwin's down. It doesn't matter that Mike Evans is down. It doesn't matter that Ibuka's been in and out. It doesn't matter that we're talking about all the guys we forgot to mention. Bucky Irvin's been out for several weeks for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And the Bake Show just keeps on rolling. I have to imagine the Buccaneers will be representing the NFC South in the postseason. And we'll be seeing Baker Mayfield potentially maybe take the Buccaneers to that next step in the NFC Championship game and maybe the Super Bowl. They've been on the doorstep for a few years. We'll see. Randy Moss on that Minnesota Vikings salute to service. Terry Bradshaw on the Authentics camouflage. I love the Steelers camouflage lids. Jamar Chase Speedflex that pairs with the Terry Bradshaw. And then we have Nico Collins that pairs in the AFC South with Jonathan Taylor and Travis Hunter. So that is the Veterans Day series, guys. 9 boxes, 7 headliners. What do you want to do next? It is 4:55 here in the break room. We'll see where we're at in 5 minutes. If we're still 7, 8 spots to go. If I see still 4 spots to go in those breaks that we're so close on, we might sign off.
The Doc checking back in. Thank you very much, Doc. Appreciate it.
3 spots in that practice, yes.
Yeah, you just got a double in that practice squad. Thank you very much, Doc.
There is that practice squad, guys. Steve Smith, Speedflex. Eddie George, Speedflex. Chris Carter, Speedflex. Sean Alexander, Authentic. Adrian Peterson, Mini Helmet. Chris Carter, Adrian Peterson, a double-up opportunity in that NFC North. We still have 13 boxes left, so there might be some double-up opportunities hiding out that we don't know about. Possibly in the NFC South with Steve Smith. Possibly in the AFC South with Eddie George. Only one way to find out. We close out the break. Only 102 a spot in this break. Either way, you take home a Speedflex for 102 a spot. Highway robbery in the break room. Grab those spots. Let's close out that practice squad. Ooh, I didn't even notice. I think you guys pulled it already, but the Tide lost that rivalry helmet that the Patriots be wearing on Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah, the rivalry helmet's something that's going to be more and more popular for those that have been keeping tabs with this break room. As of late, we're dropping a lot more of those rivalry helmets.
Yep. I know I've been seeing them in our inventory in the back. They are freaking sweet. Cheers to you, Doc. Shout out to Doc Rivers and all the veterans out there. Doc, Robbie, everyone else watching right now. You know, we always call football players, you know, badasses and role models. You guys are the real badasses and role models.
Heck yeah.
So thank you guys for all you do. Veterans Day series. Doc, how about that game on Sunday? It was a tough one for the Giants, up 10 with a couple, 5 minutes left?
Yep.
I knew as soon as the game was over, I was like, okay, we'll never see Brian Daboll coach a Giants game ever again.
Yeah. Not great.
That was a tough one. You think they should have went for it on a 4th and goal on the 1 yard line?
I would have probably would have given the green light.
What do you have
situation.
To lose?
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
His job, apparently.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so, but I don't know, man. Maybe run a QB sneak or Russell Wilson or, I don't know, Tyrone Tracy or Devin Singletary. I don't know. But I guess it's easy to call that in hindsight.
I'm just getting the sidebar for you really quick. I'm just getting that chase wheel spin together there for you.
Now, my question for Doc and Jersey Slime and any Giants fans watching right now, I know it's still early and we don't know the candidates, but who's number 1 on your coaching wish list? And you can't pick Bill Parcells or Tom Coughlin. I saw someone today was like, maybe Coughlin comes in and finishes the season. I'm like, why would Coughlin do that? Why would he do that?
He's been enjoying retirement for a few years now.
Yeah. Their 4th quarter collapse this season. I'm a Packer fan. I don't want to see Tom Coughlin next week because Tom Coughlin, he's known to beat the Packers in big games. I'm hoping Tom Coughlin, stay retired, Tom. You had a hell of a career. Yeah, the 4th quarter collapse. Yeah, the Broncos. I know there's a few other games that we don't have to go back and talk about, but yeah, I knew after that one. And, you know, who knows? With Jackson Dart, if he was healthy, maybe they close out that game, but
I think they definitely do.
I think Brian Daboll was fired regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
I was surprised that Belichick, yeah, I mean, that's where he started. That's where he started. He does talk how he has a lot of respect and love for the Giants franchise. I think he'll love to do it. I think he's looking to get out of that.
Yeah, I think the college ranks have been a little bit more shocking for old Bill in terms of how long how long is his patience going to be at UNC? Because it's going to be, especially unless you get into a prominent position when it comes to the recruiting and the situation that you're put into. You know, recruiting at UNC, despite having his last name being Belichick, it's not the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, no.
So, to build a whole new program from scratch.
Those awesome uniforms are not enough. I love the North Carolina football
Oh,
uniforms.
they're gorgeous. Yeah.
Underrated uniforms in college football. Just when you think of North Carolina, you think of basketball school. So the football team gets forgotten about.
That they are.
We pulled Lawrence Taylor on the North Carolina plenty of times on that beautiful helmet. North Carolina, Pitt. The ACC has some underrated football helmets. But I'll tell you what's not underrated, the football helmets in the Veterans Day series. I'm pretty sure we all know how great these lids are. It is 4:59. We'll do the chase wheel spin in a minute. If you guys want to have a last-second buzzer beater, if it's 2 to go, 3 to go. Hell, if it's 4 to go at this point, I'll give us a couple extra minutes to close it out to do that chase wheel spin. But get in that Veterans Day series. I'll give you guys, it's 5 o'clock. I'm generous. I'll give them till 5:02, an extra 2 minutes to grab those spots. We have 9 boxes left, 7 headliners, Jonathan Taylor, Travis Hunter, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, secondary headliner, McCarthy, and Belichick minus the girlfriend. I think the girlfriend's a package deal at this point, Doc. McCarthy would be a good hire. I love Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, I think McCarthy, that'd be a nice pickup.
Yeah, especially with a young quarterback like Jackson Dart. I know one thing about Mike McCarthy. He knows how to coach quarterbacks, and he's a good offensive mind. I would like that hire for the Giants.
I always thought that his departure from Green Bay, I think that stemmed a lot more from Rodgers. And I think that he was unfortunately misaligned.
You know how he got fired? He lost at home to Josh Rosen. It's not a joke. That was his last game as a Packer coach.
That's right.
He was the first Packers coach to get fired in season because they lost at home to Josh Rosen. I still love you, McCarthy. He's a great coach. He should not have got fired in season. But all right, 5:01, guys. I'll give you one more minute because I did say 5:02. And it looks like we will be doing that Chase wheel spin.
Let's do it.
Heading across the pond tomorrow night. I'll try to stop by on the stream when I can. Just 5 days away, back Tuesday. Thank you, Bobby. I'll be on tomorrow night, 6 p.m. I'll be watching a little hockey tonight, Bob. I looked at the schedule. Ducks Avalanche. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ducks have been hot, right?
Yeah, they're playing some good hockey. They can score. Got Coach Q, former Blackhawks coach, as their new coach.
Yeah, a lot of, how the Habs have been off to an insane start this year. 10-3-2. The Bruins already, after a really down year last year, they've really picked things back up for themselves over there.
I agree with you, Ty. McCarthy would have done a lot better in Dallas if he didn't have to be a yes man to jury. I feel like that's every coach. That's like we have to be the coach of Dallas, right? At this point. All right, guys. Top spot draw for our Chase wheel spin. It's going to be 6 times in the randomizer, guys. 6 times in the randomizer. Top spot will take to the wheel out of 100. I got to do a lot better than my first wheel spin. 8-8 on the noon show. I got to do a lot better than that. All righty. Several former Rangers. There you go. Hey, New York Rangers magic for the Ducks. I'll be watching for the NHL points leader, Nathan McKinnon, tonight.
Yeah. Or if you want to watch that kid Celebrini.
Yeah, Macklin Celebrini.
From San Jose, taking on the Wild tonight out on the road against Kaprizov.
All right. One more click. There it is. All right, it's going to be Robert. Robert Dembia. What's up, Robert? I don't think I've seen him in the break room before.
I'm right here.
Not you, Robert. You do not get short credit. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Working on it.
But Robert Dembia, if you're watching right now, you have won our Chase wheel spin. You're the top name after 6 clicks in the randomizer.
Oh, Robert.
So, Robert, if you're watching right now, we'll let you pick the number we spin the wheel at. If you have a favorite number, birthday number, lucky number, please let us know. If not, we automatically spin this at 1.
If he's not watching, it'll be a nice little surprise for him. Be like, oh, how'd this happen? It's like I just placed an order, and all of a sudden I get all this credit back in my account. I might as well just keep playing.
That's right. So, Robert, we'll give you a few more seconds. Dom, my honest opinion, though, the Giants should have not released anybody for the rest of the season. Let the season play out, and the rest of at the end of the release, those coaches and players that need to be. I hear you, Doc. I think the problem with the Brian Dable situation was that, and you said it, the fourth quarter leads, they kept blowing those to a point where somebody had to take the fall. I think Joe Shane should be. If anyone should have been fired, it should have been Joe Shane.
Yeah.
He is, and this is why they probably don't do the front office HBO Hard Knocks anymore, because that series did not do him any favors.
No, it did not.
All right, Robert, I'm going to spin this wheel. Not you, Robert. Calm down. Oh. Robert. You're not getting $100 from me, all right? All right. A lot better. $46.
Nice.
Going to go to Robert's way. Congratulations. If he's not watching right now, he's going to get an email like, what the heck is this? $46 store credit. That break room must really like me.
I was going to say, those UA guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did, but.
Those guys are nice. Like, man, I thought that Dom guy was a jerk. He turned out to be nice. Damn. Very, very cool.
I guess I'll have to go back next Tuesday.
Well, hey, you don't have to wait till next Tuesday. You come back at 6 p.m. Central Time. You see this man, Rob Hill, in Common and Chat for the primetime show. I'm going to take one look around the break page because I'm seeing a bunch of. Still 3 to go on their practice squad. We started at 4. Jersey, 4 to go. That is true, Bob. I do got to give him credit for that. Carter, Dart, Scadaboo, and Malik Neighbors. Let's not forget about that. So I do got to give him a little credit for that. Good point. So, Rob, that's going to do it for us today, it looks like.
Hits of the show?
Yeah. What's your hit of the show?
I'm going to go with the Myles Garrett for 1. I'll go with now, even though we put him to the side, I'm going to put Isaiah Likely at 2. And then I'll end up dropping Bo Nix down to my number 3 spot. So an AFC-themed show today, my friend.
All right. I like that pick, Myles Garrett. Obviously, the speed flex, the best, value-wise. But I'm an aesthetics guy. I'm all about the looks. I love these camouflage helmets.
Yep.
And the more I look at this Broncos one, the more I like it. This is freaking awesome. Great looking lid right here. Guys, we still have a Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw, camouflage, authentic. That pairs with Jamar Chase Speedflex in that Veterans Day series. That is going to go quickly in the primetime show tonight, guys. I know that for a freaking fact, once we get some more eyeballs in the break room and they're like, wait a minute, 9 boxes, 7 headliners, and there's 3 speed flexes. Jonathan Taylor's still out there. Baker Mayfield's still out there. Jamar Chase still out there. 3 guys who are having an awesome 2025 campaign. Yeah, those guys are still out there in the break room in that Veterans Day series, which you could pull at the very start of that prime time show. All righty. So, Rob, awesome job, brother, as always.
You too, my man. Always exciting to be with you, but I guess the higher ups wanted us to be together for another day this week. So this upcoming Sunday, man, it's gonna be even better.
I'm excited. I like Sundays here in the break room. Talk some football, do some awesome breaks. Our last Sunday working together was crazy, nonstop breaking.
Yes, it was.
Hopefully we continue that. I know we're going to continue that because Sundays are a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
And I know you guys are going to be continuing nonstop breaking for that prime time 6 p.m. show tonight. So Rob and Common will be here at 6 p.m., guys. You can grab your spots while we're on break and have a nice pre-fill for the guys to start the show. If you got into a break that did not close out during this show, do not worry. You get transferred over to the next show being 6 p.m. Central Time. So Rob, I'll see you in the break room throughout the week. But we'll work together on Sunday, my man. Good luck tonight. And for my awesome customers, I'll be back in the break room tomorrow night with Steven Ryan, 6 p.m. Central sharp. So for Rob and Dom, the break room will be back live at 6 p.m. with Comment and Rob. Grab those spots. Get the Veterans Day series going. 9 boxes left, 7 headliners, 3 speed flexes, Jonathan Taylor, Baker Mayfield, Jamar Chase. That Hall of Fame series, 4 speed flexes still remaining. Emmitt Smith, Antonio Gates, Jim Brown, and Warren Moon. That Super Bowl mixer, 2 still loaded. Brett Favre speed flex, Rob Gronkowski speed flex, Terrell Davis speed flex. Break room loaded for you guys for the primetime show.
Set us up nicely, my man.
So we'll see you guys 6 p.m. Central Times. Grab your spots and good luck tonight in the UA Live.